Foul play, dude.
Okay. Previously on Curse of Strahd.
Nice, legend.
The vampire fuckers. Strahd never asked our name, did he? That's probably wise. The vampire
It's so
fuckers were invited to dinner. We left the winery. We left Irina there. Said our farewell. And on heading towards the tower, we was met with the carriage, the creepy carriage, which we all promptly jumped in and took us through Valaki, which seemed to be under new management.
And you did try to call out to
Well, we did
Jeff,
as we were going. Oh no! As we were going past Bon, well, Blight sent a message to
Oh yeah, to
Erwin.
Erwin, yeah.
Made sure he was okay, and he said, "Yeah, things are a bit rough, but I'm okay. You know, it's not safe here."
Mm.
And he sort of laughed and wished us luck as soon as he found out we were going to see Strahd.
Yeah.
And yeah, we got to the castle. We was met with one of his weird minions who escorted us in. Then we met with Rahadin, I think his name was, who showed us to our rooms. There we met Gertruda and Escher.
Yeah.
Some of it, well, Escher appeared to be his lover. Gertruda was the woman, the daughter of Mad Mary, who we were tasked with finding. And upon talking to her, we discovered that she left on her own will because she was being mistreated, and it appears she's sent Duru to go kill Mad Mary. That was the impression we got.
Not necessarily mistreated, just because she's turned now. She's speaking very badly of her family.
Possibly.
There's something
That's
amiss.
what I gathered.
Yeah. But fuck her, just kill her. Good shit.
But although I did do the divine sense, and
Yeah,
she
she's
came up
not
as
undead.
good, and she's not undead.
She's good.
Whereas
I
Escher
just,
was evil
yeah, sorry, I just
and
mean
undead.
turned, yeah,
So,
yeah.
on their side now.
Stockholm syndrome.
Escher was very flirtatious. We left our belongings in the room, made our way down to the dining room where we was greeted by Strahd hammering away on the organ, blasting out an organ solo.
Proper Davy Jones style.
And we sat for dinner. Some of his brides, I think he referred to them as. There was 3 of them. I can't remember the names at the minute, but they came in, joined
I've
us
got the name. It was Ludmilla, Anastasia, and Valenta.
Yeah.
Not that adds anything to the story, but there you go.
Yeah, they were creepy and weird. They didn't talk. I don't think they just sort of laughed at Strahd's jokes.
I didn't narrate any of the conversation, but obviously, if you imagine the dinner would have gone on all night, there would have been conversations amongst themselves, but they didn't really talk to you guys. Like one-to-one.
Rude.
And obviously, we had conversations with Strahd himself. We didn't learn a huge deal other than he said he didn't bring us there himself, which we thought he did, but he didn't. It seems fate brought us here. He alluded to he's not the one necessarily in control of all the goings on in Barovia, although he has a hand. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can explain a bit better, Paul. He sort of alluded to
higher power.
You know, like when we brought up Blight's wings and stuff like that. Obviously, someone's, you know, there's more at work, more at play.
Yeah, he's not the sole power of this land, basically. I think was what he was saying. And he was sort of wishy-washy with how much he has control over and stuff like that.
Yeah, he didn't flat out say like, "Oh, I brought you here" or anything, but he's obviously has a hand in it. And it seemed that the majority of the goings on here seemed to be just for his amusement, because he's bored and lives an eternal life. Obviously, we brought up the abbot, and he seemed concerned that the abbot was going to hurt Irina, and suggested he travelled with us to go see him. in the morning.
What?
He did ask us. He asked us where Irina was, and Bruce rolled a natural 20 to deceive him in saying that we don't know. We told her to go away, but we don't know where she is.
She's at the winery, right? Is that where we left her?
Yeah.
Oh God, he said it out loud.
Quiet.
Strahd appears behind.
Winery, eh?
He did also say we could have safe passage out of Barovia if we handed him Irina and made sure she loved him, which I think we obviously can't do. He seemed unperturbed of the fact that she isn't interested in him, and seemed to think that with eternal life, eventually she will. And then he went and we had an explore of the castle. We wasn't allowed to go lower to the lower levels, but we went into like a.
But you did. I was gonna say,
well, yeah, inadvertently.
What
was that place? It's like a church service room.
Yeah,
what was it?
So you went from the main hall down through into what used to be the chapel.
The chapel. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, we went in there. We found a body with a mace of fear and a statue that does shit. We went to the top of the tower, and Bruce pushed Blight down, who promptly flew right down to the bottom, and realised, oh shit, we're not at the level we need to be at for this bit yet.
I had no weapons either.
Turn back now. So he came back up, and we found Piddlewink in the rafters, who was a creepy but amusing and endearing character who seemed to like roll about a bit and play.
Did a little flip down the stairs.
Yeah.
He was definitely mute the whole time.
Yeah.
He talked for a very small amount and then went completely mute.
Until the DM realised, oh shit, he's not supposed to.
Really huge mistake.
So we've got him with us now. And then basically we went to bed. We wanted to explore a bit more, but we sort of ran out of time.
Yeah, the hour's getting on. You're probably like
that's
2,
why we didn't
3
get
in the
long
morning.
rest.
That's that time, yeah. So, yeah.
So we just left it with us heading back to the room.
Yeah, nice. So,
Yep.
We said before Bond joined us, but also Solidus revealed that he is a homo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Congratulations on him coming out.
Oh yeah.
And Callum was a bit shifty with how he was getting.
Oh yeah, he was shifty about his back.
Oh, yeah.
Although
Hit
we
it,
didn't.
hit it back.
We did. I don't think, because I watched this back, I don't think we noticed. But Callan obviously said, well, Aaron obviously
back.
said like he's not letting us see his back. But I don't think any of the characters noticed that. So.
Yeah.
I think you were quite. Yeah, no one was really paying attention to each other.
Yeah.
It was just sort of one of the things on it. So.
And
Yeah,
Callum,
I was gonna say, I'm guessing no one noticed something about me, which would have been impossible because I don't know it yet. But I'll leave it at that. People weren't noticing stuff.
well, you were in a oh no, you was you disguised up as well. Strahd seemed to know who you were, the way he was talking, and the way he was looking at
but
you.
I did roll very high, I feel.
You need to. So that's another thing. Actually, you'll need to do. You'll need to re-disguise yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they last like 8 hours or something? Is it?
It's because you haven't used a spell. You just used your disguise kit, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's sort of, I'd say it wears off depending on what you do.
Like
so like, if you
clues
had
and stuff, so
if you'd had a massive fight, you might need to reapply. But considering it'll lasted the full dinner and just resting, you need to touch it up.
Callan also dodged around questions of his past again as well, and I was thinking, like, I don't know if we really know anything about Callan's past.
He hasn't talked much about it, to be fair.
He hasn't, and
it
was my intention this session to like quiz him a bit on it, but obviously he's not here, so maybe we'll have to do that next session.
How convenient.
That's a very good point. I need to bring up Callan's sheet.
Another reminder: we got back to our room and some.
Oh yeah.
Have been missing
Oh
out of
shit!
our
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The tome of Strahd has been taken, and
tracked.
little bits of our clothing had been chopped off.
Took my pants for some
worry.
reason.
Yeah, it took Solidus's pants.
Just cut the crotch out. Well,
You sure you didn't do that?
oh wait, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I did the crotch.
The crotch has been sewn back in.
Yeah. And I think with a high Arcana roll, Bruce figured that it could be to do with him being able to maybe track us.
Yeah.
But that's just a possibility.
Yes. Okay. So, yep. As you said, you're making your way back up to bed for the evening.
Making a way.
You get back into your room, and Piddlewink has followed you back up. And he promptly goes to the end of the bed, and just stands in like a frozen position, looking towards the bed.
You're a
while the
funny
rest
little
of you
thing.
begin to go to sleep. So yeah, you can all do yourself a short rest. And you'll have it's probably about between 2 and 3 in the morning. So you have about 4 or 5 hours.
Could I just speak to Piddlewink before we hunker down?
Yeah, sure.
Just say, are we classed as your masters now, Piddlewink?
He turns his head slightly at the term masters, and he shakes it.
Companions?
Left and right. And he nods.
Good. That's probably a better relationship.
Into the vampire fuckers.
Yeah.
Did we establish he was?
And he does a small little dance and puts his arms out and like does the little leg thing where one leg's cocked, and then he goes back to like a standing position and nods his head as if sleeping.
Oh, okay. I had more questions.
Okay, you can ask.
Shake him.
Wake up. Do you have any
up.
other friends or companions in the castle?
And he shakes his head.
Did you? Do you
His
have any
face,
other?
like turns into this sad face.
Why is no one like him?
Did you used to have friends or companions?
He looks up at the ceiling for a short amount of time and looks back and puts his head down into a sad pose. His mouth turns.
Well,
if he could cry, he would probably cry.
Nice.
Well, we are your good friends and companions now. Treat us well, and we will do nothing but the same to you.
He brings his arm up and does a small bow.
I nod in return.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you settle into your beds. Callan sits on one of the chaise lounge and meditates for a period of time. Time goes by as you rest. Callan, who obviously only needs 4 hours meditation, so you'd actually get a long rest, which I don't know if I need to do that on his sheet, but I'll look at that later. He hears a noise. He sees the light beginning to come through underneath the crack of the door, which leads out into the lounge area. And then, after about 4 to 5 hours, he hears a noise, and it's the door opening. He moves silently into the lounge, past Piddlewink, and he sees Escher enter the lounge. Escher nods to greet him. Good morning. I hope you slept well. And Callan just nods and moves to sit on one of the benches. Escher comes down and pours himself a glass of red liquid from the table and sits in one of the chairs. Are the others awake? Callan says, Not yet. They sleep longer than I. Yes, I can see. Your ears give you away, if you don't mind me saying. It's like, just nods solemnly. Well, when they wake, the Lord wishes you dressed and arm yourselves and then meet him in the main hall. You'll be leaving first thing after breakfast. I hope you found your stay useful. There's a sly grin. Callan sits and you begin to wake. Who wishes to wake first? Or you'll just gradually wake up together?
Yeah, let's wake up together.
So as you enter the room, into the lounge, after you've dressed, you see Callan and then Escher. And Escher greets you saying, Good morning. The bed comfortable enough?
Enough.
It had its moments.
I'm sure it did. Yes.
What happened to ladies first? But well,
Ladies are shit.
Is everything a sex joke with you, Escher?
Oh, not everything, but stuff to keep the time going by. And as you come through the door and the door swings open, you see his eyes look behind. What is that ghastly thing doing here? And he points towards Piddlewick.
This is our companion.
He's our friend.
Your friend?
Yeah.
Do you even know anything about him?
I mean,
He's seems friendly enough.
It looks like a tiny nightmare, but he's kind of funny.
Let me tell you of Piddlewick II's story.
Please.
While you dress and
I sit down for this.
As I said to Callan, arm yourselves as the Lord wishes you for breakfast, and then you ought to be departing. However, there is always time for a tale.
Yeah.
He's been here such a long time now, even before but I know his story, and it begins with a duchess. I forget her name, but I presume you would not know it anyway. Well, she lost her husband to the war, and decided she would court the great Strahd. She failed to win his love, and at last you see him sort of straighten his clothes and stand up a bit from his posture, his sign that he was not one to fail. No surprise, really. She was not the prettiest of souls, and Strahd always had his gaze set on another. Well, she tried. She would visit the castle often, and she always brought her fool, the delightful Piddlewick. The first, you could say. Well, he was a funny fellow, but the master was not amused. He did, however, delight Tatiana and Sergi. They would laugh heartily at his jokes and gambols. The Duchess, well, being the fool she was, she mistook Strahd's joy at seeing Tatiana happy to be his love for the fool. So she commissioned the legendary toy maker Fitz von Werg to make that thing over there, and he points through the door to Piddlewick. She gifted it to the Strahd family, and although a thoughtful gesture, that clockwork effigy could not hold an audience like the living fool, so he did not attain a soul. A year came when winter was struck particularly harsh, and the Duchess, Piddlewick, and Piddlewick II over there were stuck in the castle for several months. The Duchess sadly died to illness, not hearty enough for these winters, and the fool was asked by Tatiana to stay at the castle. Well, after a few weeks of having both the fool and his effigy in the castle, poor Piddlewick fell down some stairs. A frightful accident, you may say.
I'm sure.
Well, yes, I am also sure. That left us with that thing over there, and everyone disliked him so much he was put away to rot. And as Escher says his last lines, you see a dash as Piddlewick runs from the other room. He jumps onto one of the chairs, grabs a pillow, and begins to force it onto Escher's face, pushing Escher back onto the floor. As he does this,
it's on! I draw a sword.
As he does this, you see Piddlewick's face, which has this... You can tell from the time you spent with him now, his face was once just metal, but he's drawn on the black markings to make him look like almost a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin face. But all this evil grin spreads from ear to ear as he's smothering Escher with a pillow. But after a short while, you hear Escher laugh, a muffled laugh underneath.
Can I just sort of jump over and go to lift? I'll go over and sort of pull Piddlewick off and lift him up and just say, not now, not now. There'll be time for that later.
As you pull him up, you see he comes up with an ease as Escher's pushing from underneath with a force that you didn't think would be in such a thin body. And he laughs. You can't kill me, fool. I'm already dead. I'll be gone before I rip your apart. Like that, as you drop Piddlewick, Escher's face contorts and his back hunches like a cat letting out a long hiss. Piddlewick runs as fast as he can to the door, and you hear it just slam behind him as he pushes through. Ah, the fool. Well, all before breakfast, eh?
He seems to have a pretty good read on you.
I found that very interesting.
Yes, very. How can you kill the undead? Nothing but straw and stuffing.
I can think of a few ways.
That's a good question, Escher. How would he theoretically kill?
For a friend.
And
Just wondering how.
why would you ask, Solidus?
I'm just very curious. Maybe I was thinking about joining the club, but I need to know the pros and cons.
Well, pro, you live for eternity. Con, there's nothing to do.
That sounds terrible. If I was you, I'd
It
kill
is.
myself.
Alas, you cannot, Solidus.
There's got to be a way.
There is one way to reverse this. Oh yeah, it's massive, isn't it? There is
Ash is a unit.
one way to reverse this.
Oh?
Well, two really. One more difficult than the other. For someone like myself, a spawn, someone converted by a true vampire. Well, to kill me, reduce me to 0, and take away my life, then resurrect me, and I will not come back. Or die a true death. Or, perhaps the easier option, find me a true vampire like Strahd, and get me his blood to drink.
Ha 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 ha. Oh, just drink Strahd's blood. That sounds fun and cool. Yeah, bye.
Doesn't it just?
Or I could just simply, and I just like pull out my sword, just like looking it over, not in a like I'm going to use it, but just in a intimidating kind of way. Or I could just, chop off your head, and I put it back.
And at this, you see his face change from the cocky, sure Escher to one. Well, make a perception check.
Ooh, first roll of the night. Let me get my dice. So 10.
His face drops for a second, but then he manages to regain it.
Okay.
You get the feeling something's there, but you're not sure what. Well, anyway, the master does not like to be kept waiting. Are you prepared? Have you got all your equipment?
Yes.
Other than the things that were missing, sure.
Oh yeah, who took the crotch out of my pants? Oh yeah, that was me. Sorry. But yeah, we couldn't help but notice some things were fiddled.
Is it usual in Barovia for a guest to have his belongings stolen?
It's usual for a guest in the castle to have his life stolen, so I'd presume you're rather lucky.
Barbs.
He's quick, I'll give him that.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
I say, all right, you've earned my
Got nothing,
respect.
guys.
Well, to breakfast then. And he begins to lead you out the lounge and down through the long spiral staircase down to the main hall where you were the previous night.
Have we lost Piddlewink? Do we see any sign of him?
Yeah, he's legged it.
Oh, Paul, you've done that on purpose.
He's not going to leave the castle anyway, is he?
I doubt he was.
I don't know.
Journey with us.
Oh, can he not leave the castle? Is that a thing? Is that what he was alluding to?
I don't think Strahd would let him.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to keep an eye out for him.
You keep an eye out.
Because I won't mind having a word.
Big,
I won't mind having a word before we leave if I see him.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. But so far you've gone down and you know he was up before, so you'd bear that in mind while you're looking. So you come down into the main dining hall, and Escher leads you down the spiral stairs. The door to the hall stands open, and the smell of hot food fills the air. As you enter the hall, you see the large chandeliers are lit again. And with it now being morning, you notice there's no windows to this room. However, your eyes are drawn to the table and the large spreads laid out on it. Platters of bacon, sausage, fried eggs line the center, with small bowls of toasted bread and thick tomato broths on either side. Silver plates and cutlery have been set out on either side of the table, and at the head, reclined slightly in his chair, is Strahd von Zarovich. Good morning. I hope you slept well.
Quite.
Please,
No,
sit and enjoy.
No morning song on the organ today?
No, my musical talents are something I save for the evenings.
Fair enough.
So, as you sit down at the table and begin to eat, I presume?
Yeah, I'll start eating.
It will only be me this morning, I'm afraid. My consorts enjoy the pleasure of sleep more than I.
That's fair. We could have done with more sleep ourselves, to be honest. We couldn't help have a little look round your castle.
Ah, you're admiring my home?
Indeed, it's...
Strong word for it, but yes, we were looking around.
It's a little dusty.
Do you doubt this is my home, Blight?
No, admiring is a strong word.
Ah.
Shots fired.
Sorry, I'm a little breakfast joke.
One of those casual breakfast jokes.
And
who doesn't love a casual breakfast joke here?
And what took your interest, may I ask?
Oh, just, creepy as shit, innit?
I like how dank it is, and just generally
horrifying,
lame.
Yes, one does not use all the rooms when it is only a handful of people.
Do you ever go in the chapel?
I do not see any need for it.
There's a body in there. You should probably clear that up. It's been there a while.
I'm sure the residents of the castle will clear it up when they wish.
Well, it's been there a while. Don't know who it is, do you?
The name slips my mind. Well, you've made yourself at home, at my home, and I am glad. I'm glad you did not delve any deeper.
We didn't, but wish we could say the same about you delving into our belongings.
Your belongings, Bruce. I believe the book's mine.
Well, you're welcome to that. I'm a bit...
Thank you for returning it to me.
More solid as his underpants.
What about my pants? Someone put shit stains.
Of good fortune.
Someone put skid marks in my pants. Definitely wasn't me. Someone came in, put skid marks in all my pants. Definitely wasn't.
Things tend to go missing in the castle.
What would you want with...
when you root through someone's belongings.
What would you want with bits of our clothing?
Perhaps I am making an effigy, Bruce.
Make me feel better.
Made that much of an impression on you, did we?
Not yet, but you may. You have dabbled in several things in my land. I hear Valarkia is a wonderful place to visit.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it seems to have changed management recently.
Indeed. Well...
Do you prefer the new suitors?
She is very handsome, isn't she?
Not my type.
Very well. On to today's plans. We have pressing matters. Please, tell me again of your arrangement with the abbot.
He wants face.
He's after face.
It seems to be more on your arrangement with him. He's seems to be creating a bride for you, which is rather odd, but, that's not who am I to judge.
Do you have any recollection of this bride order?
Yes, it is true. I have asked him to make me a bride. However, it is just folly. I do not intend to marry his creation. I merely needed to give him something to do. He does so like helping people. I presume you saw his guests.
We did. They, help is an interesting term, not one I would necessarily use.
Did you ask them? Help can be interpreted in many ways, and if he has delivered what they asked for, then he has helped.
Got you there. Nailed it.
fine. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. This place sucks.
You should know, Bruce. The mind can be a twisted thing. And he looks towards you, Blight. What
Why
the hell?
is Blight twisted? And I'm immediately suspicious, and I'm like, huh?
Strahd, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Does the name Tarchimedes mean anything to you?
Tarchimedes.
I just turn and I look at them both. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
I believe it's a beast of the ancient realms.
Dear.
Winged by any
Perhaps.
chance?
If I remember correctly, I believe it was a dragon. Is that who gave you your gift?
Maybe.
A dragon?
Is this the first Bruce has heard of Tarchimedes?
You can make a history check.
I've not told you that, I don't think.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
don't. I don't
said
know
what the
anything.
gift's called.
All I've said is I saw a temple when I died. Quotation marks.
What did you say? History check.
Yeah.
9.
Have you ever-
No. You haven't heard of it.
Have you ever met a dragon, Strahd?
Yes. I have. When my family was waging war, you may know that these beasts were often used by certain people. I have slain a few.
Oh, you're odd.
I was about to say.
Very.
Oh,
Well,
breakfast.
Do you intend to travel? Well, do you intend to take us to this abbot then? I'll be honest, we don't really have any desire to see him again.
Yeah, could you do it for us,
well,
Wait here.
please?
I believe it's character building to complete the business you have begun, don't you?
Oh, but we're cowards.
Well, he
You do not strike me as cowards, Solidus.
he wanted a face.
Yeah, he's gonna
Irina's in particular.
harm Irina.
And I'm sure you can, as we said last night, I'm sure you could agree, we don't want to slice Irina's face off, now do we?
I think that would be a very, very foolish thing to do.
Exactly, but he's very set on it.
Listen. I promised you peace from your visit here, and that offer extends until we part ways today. We will go and visit the abbot, and I will have a chat.
As long as we have
I
your word,
presume-
we can part ways.
Oh, we will. But please be aware, should you not fulfill my wish as we discussed yesterday evening, the next time we meet, I will not be there to talk.
What was his wish again? Sorry.
He wants Gal.
Yeah.
It was what?
To
Sorry.
bring him my
Yeah. Okay.
Now, have you finished your breakfast?
Yeah.
Are you armed?
What about Eleven's?
Second breakfast.
What about second breakfast? I presume you are armed and prepared.
Yeah, I'm all kitted up.
Yep, same.
It's really awkward sat there in full plate armor, but you know, I keep like lifting my as I'm trying to eat. It keeps like falling down as I like put the.
I look down like, oh, I've got bacon grease down my arm. Oh, I can't go like this.
I've got my wings out and they keep just kind of slapping Solid.
It's got in my.
Because I'm eating.
He looks over you and shakes his head. Well, we will depart.
Esmeralda's eyebrows keep like falling off.
Yeah, actually, you need to make a.
Keep re-sticking them back on.
You need to make a dexterity last time, I believe. Plus your proficiency.
Oh, if this runs out now, that'd be so funny.
Did we say performance?
Why
Maybe
is
like
that
that's
dexterity and
the
saving
scout
throw? Is
fire.
that-
No, saving
No,
throw.
just in your normal skills. So your big column of skills. Yeah, do dexterity and add your. So do a straight roll with.
Dexterity?
Yeah, top
Sleight
at the
sleight of
top.
hand is in your skills, but go to your top bar where all your skills are.
Oh,
And the
sorry,
constitution-
yeah,
yeah.
right, okay.
Click your dex and add your proficiency bonus.
15.
Okay.
That's your dex roll though, isn't it? What's your proficiency? Is it plus?
That'll be just near where your armor class and stuff is, I think.
Plus something. Plus 3, 4 maybe.
Plus 3.
Plus
3. So 18.
18.
Okay.
Never done that one before.
Oh, DM's rolling. He's rolling for Strahd.
Just hiding behind the sausage.
I hear this dice tower go.
Okay. Follow me. And Strahd stands up from the table, moves around, and begins to head out the doors. You follow?
I do, but I quickly just go over to the dog and go.
Okay. So as you move down, he moves to the staircase where you've been going, mainly using for your time in the castle, traveling up and down. This time, instead of going up, he begins to lead you downwards.
Oh.
This, you go deeper and deeper into the castle, moving another 40 feet as a cool breeze blows gently up from the depths.
Are you taking us to your bedroom?
You wish.
He does. I'm about to sell this.
Been absolutely lambasted.
I believe you come out here. So we'll just use Strahd as the token to show you where you are.
Yeah, sure.
So the moving around. So he leads you down and down to depths. After around 40 feet, there's another small landing, and you see that the stairs carry on downwards, but the stairs here are more covered in cobwebs as they go down. He leads you into a dusty, 10-foot wide, 30-foot long corridor that has a flat ceiling 10 feet overhead. This corridor feels almost claustrophobic compared to the grandeur of the rest of the castle. You're used to 20 foot to like the chapel is about 40 feet high ceilings and stuff. This is almost like a carved tunnel. The south, as I said, the web-filled stairway spirals down into darkness. In the north, there's a wooden door.
I think I know what this is going to be.
He leads you across and through the door. As you pass through, you come into a large hall. The hall stands in deadly silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot high ceiling, and fog clings to the floor, obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposely down the corridor towards you.
Oh, can I just do my final divine sense?
Yeah.
60 feet.
Yep.
Good and evil, fiend, undead, celestial.
Let me just have a look. Just for a thingy. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Just press something. It said it's need to sign into Roll20 again. If I drop out, I will come back in. But
that'd be nice.
Yeah. Here we go. I think it just lagged out a bit. You sort of get a good alignment. Or no, neutral. You get a neutral alignment, but you don't pick up on any of the others.
Okay.
But you do see, as the shape begins to come through the mist.
It's not the Hallow spell either, is it? Someone under the influence of the Hallow spell?
No.
Okay.
No. You see who it is. By the time you've cast your spell and you get this sense of neutral, the person comes into view. And it is Cyrus, the mongrel folk who greeted you the day before. His webbed foot scrapes across the floor, and there's almost a musical tone to his chains and trinkets that jangle around his neck and on his side as he walks. Good morning, master. Do you need any assistance? And Strahd turns as you are behind him. No, Cyrus, we will not be needing you. Please go about your duties. Yes, master. And he begins to push past your party and head down the small corridor.
Cyrus.
Good morning. He turns, brushes his hand along your side as he moves past. You see he has a small greasy towel on his thingy, and you get the impression that he may be the cook.
Oh, I hope you washed your hands before serving us breakfast.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why does that make me feel worse that he's saying
I believe
like that? I'd have preferred just not knowing, but...
As you head towards the large double doors to the end of the hallway, you see a grim smile come across Cyrus's fur-covered face. And Strahd pushes the doors open into the next room. As you enter this room, the first thing that hits you is a smell.
Mm.
The smell is damp, decay, almost just a fustiness which makes it hard to breathe. Dark stains cover the floor in this area, and a large oak table, scarred and beaten, lay across the room like toys. The wood is crushed and splintered. Replacing them are furnishings made entirely of human bones. The walls are 20 feet high, and the vaulted ceiling is a sickly yellow colour, not because of faded or time-worn plaster, but because they're adorned with the bones and skulls arranged in morbid decorative fashion, giving the room a cathedral-like quality. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corners of this ossuary. The garland of skulls extends from these mount to chandeliers of bones that hang from the ceiling along the long table. 10 chairs made of bone and festooned with decorative skulls surround the table. Resting atop is an ornate bowl-shaped vessel made of yet more bones. The doors to the north and south are sheathed in a bone frame, but the steel-banded double doors in the center are just wood and steel. Strahd leads you across the room, unfazed by his new surroundings. And as he approaches the doors to the north, he turns and smiles, saying, "Perhaps, Solidus, you would have preferred to dine down here last night?"
Mm.
And he turns back, not waiting for a reply, and pushes open the next door.
Are these your previous dinner
Rude.
guests?
Some people just don't know when to leave.
I give everyone a look of being very highly disturbed.
Oh no.
He pushes on into the next room, and the smell stays, but there's less of a fustiness in here. It's more a cold dampness. This 30-foot square room is a shambles. Scattered furniture lies in heaps near the wall, broken in bones lie scattered amid crumpled and crushed plate armor. Shields and swords jut from the walls as if driven by some tremendous force. 2 doors stand opposite one another in the center, the one you've come through and one to the north. A dark archway leads through to the east. Please excuse the mess. Others don't know how to kneel.
Are you expecting us to kneel?
We will see. And he moves across.
Have you ever thought of hiring a cleaner?
Why? When it has such a fond reminder.
I'm so alarmed right now.
Strahd pushes open the next door.
Is there anything in this room? You said like the swords and stuff. Is there anything that sort of stands out as like either valuable in terms of monetary or just might be?
Make a perception check because you wouldn't have time to investigate because you're literally just walking straight through.
Oh, that's not good. I don't see shit. Perception plus 7.
So none of the items here that you can see are valuable. However, what does strike you is the force that must have taken to drive a long sword into a solid brick wall, solid stone, and you look down at your chest, at your plate armor, almost feeling it with your right hand and feeling the thickness of it, and you see it crumpled like paper to one side, the bits on the floor, and you think, whatever's done this has a lot of strength.
Yeah.
But you don't see anything of value.
Okay.
These rooms are also dimly lit, and Strahd has taken a torch which he's lighting the way with, so as he moves away, sort of the darkness just comes around you and brings you forward. So the next room, a contrast to the others, is a shadowy room but in perfect order. A great table stands here with a chair, inkwell and quill set carefully in place. Lances, swords and shield that bear the Baravian crest are hung neatly on a dark oak-panelled wall behind. This room looks like a dead end, but as you move in, Bruce, you feel a cold wind on your neck. It's soft, almost like a breath.
I turn around. Do I see anyone?
How long does your spell last?
It's instantaneous, I think.
It doesn't have a minute duration or anything like that. It's just like a ping.
I think it's just a ping. Let me just check. And I can't do it again as well. As an action, so 6 seconds.
Okay. So your sense is gone, unfortunately.
Oh, until the end of your next turn. Interpret that how you will.
If you dare.
I guess it'd be just like a ping. It wouldn't have lasted this long.
Yeah, you've only passed through a couple of rooms though, so you haven't been going that thingy. Just let me have a quick look. See what.
Yeah, what's the range on it? Would he have picked it up?
Oh yeah, 60
where he
feet.
was?
Yeah, but it doesn't go through walls, does it?
Oh,
No.
right.
I think I can
So
get a
anyway,
sense, but I can't see a location through
Yeah.
walls. I'm assuming there's some invisible fuck in here.
An invisible fuck.
Let me see what.
Oh, I wonder if it's the abbot.
No, he won't be here. Surely.
Don't know.
Save as a trip though.
They would say it was a trip, yeah.
It killed here rather than there, you know.
So that ping that you did before, since you can't, we'll say, you sensed a chaotic evil force coming from this direction.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
as you came through the previous rooms, it gets stronger and stronger, but it just cut off just before you came in.
Chaotic evil. The best
You
kind of
couldn't
evil.
couldn't pinpoint what it was because it wasn't in sight, but you can just get that sense. And then as you walk in, you get this breath, a soft breath on the back of your neck. However, Strahd heads to the northwest corner of the room and carefully placing his hand on a section of wall, pulls it open to reveal stairs descending down. Over.
Not more down.
Are we alone in here?
You are with me.
That's not what I asked. I felt something on my neck just then.
Getting scared, Bruce?
I'm not a fan of ghosts.
Fear doesn't suit you. Now come. And he begins to descend the stairs and darkness closes in behind you in this room.
I'm just going to pick a random, area of the room at random.
Okay.
And flick it the V's.
Wow.
Okay. Mark up on the grid in this room where you just do a ping where you're aiming.
There.
Okay.
Right at it.
Cool.
Right.
So.
Feel a slap.
Just get my pencil. So, these stairs descend down and down and down and then turn. Again, it's around 30 feet to the first small landing, and as you turn the corner, there's another 40. However, what's your order? Because these stairs are about only 10 feet wide.
I'll go first.
Yeah, I hung back a bit just to flick the V's, so.
Okay.
So.
Strahd.
In fact, sorry.
I think Esmeralda in the middle, not because she's a woman. We're all equal.
I just want to be.
Because she's clearly a vampire. This is clearly a bit weird based on your disguise.
Can I just say I sort of flick the V's, obviously, and Strahd walks out, right?
Yeah. Strahd.
As he does that, can I pass the table and see if he was writing in the middle of writing something, what's on the table? Can I just sort of do a quick scan as I walk past?
Yeah, make an investigation check for that.
My rolls are shit tonight. Investigation. 12.
12. Let's have a look and see. There's nothing out on the table itself, except you see there's the chair, there's the inkwell and the quills, all like neatly arranged in a blank sheet of like blotting paper on the table. There's no books or ledgers, but you see that the desk does have drawers in, which would be stored. And you notice there's a small keyhole on one of the drawers.
Okay.
But as you almost complete your search, the light begins to fade to near darkness in the room as Strahd descends down the stairs.
Yeah, I follow. I just did it. Just a quick scan.
Just a glance over. Cool. Right. Get you on this map. 1 second. So we had Blight.
This is a weird direction to Kresk.
Yeah, we're just going down and down.
You said it out loud.
I think you should.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Strahd turns and you hear his voice echo back up the stairs. You will see. Okay. So, Strahd descends and goes around the corner of the landing. And Blight, as you pass over the landing, a sickly mist fills the stairway ahead down near where Strahd is. It begins to form and twist, almost moving up the stairs towards you, and as it comes, it begins to rise into the around 6 feet, and as it does, it binds and twists together, forming Strahd. His eyes are burning red with anger, and he begins to hiss, "You've worn out your welcome. Whatever gods you believe in cannot save you now." It's an odd experience, because you're seeing Strahd form from mist and come to attack you. However, you're also seeing Strahd with the torch standing next to it.
What the hell?
Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Was he saying that? Was he saying that to Blight or to Strahd?
So there's the mist passes Strahd. Yeah. As you all come around the corner, you see this shape. So Strahd is like about halfway down, and this second form of him forms around here and begins to move towards you.
Holy shit. My dagger comes straight out.
Okay. As you
I'm at the back, so I can't do anything. I'm just watching.
I just say, Strahd, what are you doing?
So as you come around, the mist swells towards you almost in a split second. Do you stab?
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah.
You slash your dagger.
Kind of reactionary, yeah.
Roll for attack.
Oh fuck. Hang on. Dagger. 17.
17, okay. You thrust forward with your dagger into the shape, but as you hit it, which you do hit it, your hand and dagger go straight through. The mist swirls up into your arm and the form just disapparates and just puffs into mist. But as you go forward, expecting to hit a solid form, you almost fall down the stairs and someone just grabs you from behind and pulls you back up onto the landing.
Ah, jeez.
Strahd turns, looking back up. My apologies. I forget what things are around here for the living.
Strahd, where the hell are you taking us?
And he turns back. We are here. And pushes open the door at the bottom.
For the living. Strahd, what the hell was that? That was you. Or it looked like you.
Yes, have you ever heard of a Glyph of Warding?
Nope.
I have, but Bruce hasn't. Maybe Bruce has.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you have.
Okay. Arcana. Oh my god! Please roll better. 9.
9. You have a fair idea that it's from the terminology and your dabble in magic. You know, glyphs are sort of magical marks, and you know that warding is like warning or like warning people away. So you have an understanding of what it is. You wouldn't know how to do one yourself, but you understand it's like a deterrent.
Yeah.
And Strahd explained, it's a mere folly to keep the warm-bodied away, if you will.
Well, didn't work.
Well, I am with you. So the room you've entered. This room
They're
is
the
30.
Infinity Stones. That is going to wipe out half the universe.
Click. So the room is 30 feet square, rising to a 20-foot tall flat ceiling. A stone brazier, a word that I really struggle with, burns fiercely in the center of the room. Brazier, that's it. Burns fiercely in the center of the room. It has a tall white flame. That's why I always struggle. It has a tall white flame that produces no heat. The room itself is cold. You've noticed as you've descended further and further down the castle, the natural cold elements of like underground caverns has come about. Round the rim of the brazier is carved 7 cup-shaped indentations spaced evenly around the circumference. Within each is a spherical stone, twice the diameter of a human eyeball, and made of a coloured crystal. No 2 stones around it are the same colour. Overhead, as you look up to the ceiling, a wooden-framed hourglass as tall and as wide as a dwarf hangs 10 feet above, suspended from the ceiling by thick iron chains. All the sand is stuck in the upper portion of the hourglass, seeming unable to run down to the bottom. There's a script written which glows around the base of the hourglass, in common. On either side, 2 9-foot-tall iron statues of knights on horseback poised to charge with swords drawn stand in deep alcoves facing each other. The flame sits between. Strahd turns to you as you enter the room and begin to crowd round. Welcome to our transportation. Please, gather round. And he gestures to the center.
Oh.
Okay.
So we don't feel any heat from this flame?
No.
Can I like put my hand out towards it?
Not yet, Bruce.
Oh. And looking at these stones...
We wouldn't want any accidents.
Quite. Looking at these stones, they don't happen to look like the gem that we found for the winery, does it?
No, you'd be able to tell this without investigation. These are just like large, almost like mandarin-sized gems.
Yeah.
They don't really look like anything you've seen before. They almost look honed from large, sort of like the gem materials, like sapphires and stuff, have been honed down into these shapes. The gem that you got from the winery was almost like a green, glowing orb of like rock and twisted crystal.
Okay.
So they look very different. So Strahd stands and moves towards the indigo stone and picks it up from the rim. When I throw the stone into the flame, it will change. Place your hand into the fire and do it quick. Do not hesitate. And I will see you on the other side. He flicks. Go on.
I was just going to say, do each of these stones represent a different place in Barovia?
Very clever, Bruce.
Rad.
And this is the place we need.
Do any of these stones lead out of Barovia?
That would be too easy, wouldn't it?
But
there is an inscription on the hourglass.
Yeah, what does that say?
Make a investigation check.
Not perception.
No, because you can see it.
Investigation, you say?
Yeah. You can do it with assistance if someone else wants to help.
Oh, James, you just rolled,
I
didn't
just
you?
got 15.
I got 16.
Okay. It's easy enough. The light from the white flame, it's more time thing because Strahd's about to chuck the stone in. So you quickly glance up and you see the following. I'd say with both of you probably get half and half because it's like twisted around and stood on either side. You sort of read half, but you managed to put it together to get this. Cast a stone into the fire. Violet leads to the mountain spire. Orange to the castle's peak. Red if law is what you seek. Green to where the coffin hides. Indigo to the master's bride. Blue to the magic womb. Yellow to the master's tomb.
Okay.
Put that in the chat.
I also made note of that,
I was desperately trying to write that down, yeah.
I will watch back and write that down because I'm not going to. That's interesting.
It's guarded by a ghost mist Strahd.
Which might actually do something if he's not with us.
Correct.
I ain't afraid of ghost.
I put that in there. I can always ping that out if you just ask after the session.
What did you say, Bon, about Ghost Strahd then?
The defense wall.
Yeah, clearly it's defended by that mist.
Oh yeah. I think if Strahd wasn't with us, that would hurt us. Interesting.
So, as you read this, as you look back, Strahd's flicked the stone into the fire. The flame suddenly erupts, almost up to the point of the hourglass. It comes to a point where it's inches away from your face, but there's no heat. The flame then turns like a bright indigo, then settles back down. As it settles into the middle, and you look up from your reading, you see that the sand in the hourglass has begun to fall rapidly, forming a growing pyramid in the bottom of the chamber, the bottom hourglass. Strahd moves his hand forward into the flame and instantly disappears.
Damn.
Quickly, right. Let's search this place. Is there anything we can steal?
How fast is this sand running down?
It's rapidly running out.
I mean, do we just run?
Okay, yeah.
Do we follow?
Yeah,
we won't get out of this cache.
Grab all the stones, like it.
Callum puts his hand in.
Oh, Callan, of course he does.
Oh, Callan.
Oh, fine. We're gonna go after.
Okay, yeah, I'm going.
To be fair, I think Callum would too.
Can we pop? All right, let's.
I'm gonna wait to the last second. I'm just like looking at it, just like real hesitating, and just saying, oh.
I
Sand
jump
falls and falls and falls,
Okay, I put my
and there's a few grains left. As you put your hands into the flame, each of you sees the room begins to fade. The walls and objects fade out, others seem to fade in, almost like a crossfade. After a series of these, your surroundings are different, and you're in a different place.
Oh, I wish if Callan hadn't have put his hand in, I think I might have stayed, you know.
Good luck.
Just smash the place up so he can't come back. I presume that's how it works.
Blow out the fire.
Yeah. Oh, where are we now?
So, you appear in a room. Unlit lanterns hang from the rafters. Ropes dangle from a bronze bell lodged in the belfry 30 feet above. The room is still and cold, to the point of almost freezing. A black shroud covers a humanoid shape on a wooden table. Your arrival does nothing to stir it. A cot heaped with furs in the northeast corner surrounded by empty wine bottles. There's an oil lamp burning on a table nearby. We are here, Strahd says, looking around at all of you. Some of you took longer than others, Bruce. Anyway.
Yeah, it was my first time travelling by flame. I was a bit wary.
Very well. Let's see what this abbot has to say. And Strahd moves across the room and begins to descend the stairs.
Whose room is this?
Do you not recognize the layout?
Table.
Zoom out a bit.
Oh, I know I'm at the abbot. Sorry, but I didn't know whose room it was though.
Do you want to look around?
Yeah, I'm gonna get just as we pass that table. I'm just gonna lift the sheet up and see who's under there.
Okay, so just let me change my book.
I'm just gonna go for a real quick wee while this is.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
I'm desperate.
Don't worry, you get a drink as well.
Yep, no worries. Give you time to read it.
go for a quick wee then.
Okay, man.
I'm back.
Hey, man. You would have stayed in the castle.
Well, I was thinking about it, yeah, because I don't want to stick around with Strahd.
Boys, boys, boys.
I want to get...
You have not learnt anything about the castle yet.
Well, we haven't really been under threat as such.
You were guests.
I know, yeah.
He promised you peace.
Yeah, I was tempted to there. I was tempted to, just to
If you don't
leave.
If when you next go to the castle, if you don't go back there, then after we've finished the campaign, I will tell you what would have happened.
Oh, okay.
No, we got it on tape, so I'll remember.
What is going on? Unsolved is the screen.
I don't know.
Is that his chair?
That's a
The
woman.
back of his chair?
Oh, it's his missus.
Does he put up a privacy screen when he's not there?
Yeah. Do you know you can get a little shutter that you slide across, like, yeah.
Well, I've got a
like
piece of
wish or
tape
an
that I've
etchy
had
thing.
there for all of my time because
Teenage years.
yeah.
Masturbation center. It's the masturbation tape.
So I've literally only just taken it off for this. Since I started D&D, I took it off.
Oh, legend. Yeah, so Sean was gonna just plug into the Discord cat and then just watch James's screen. But I guess, yeah, we could live stream to YouTube, couldn't we?
I didn't realize he was going to be physically with James.
Yeah, I think he wants to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if he wants to like watch it from home or whatever, like I can stream it like a private stream.
Yeah.
He would just see what he'd just basically see what you see on YouTube on that video.
That is pretty cool that it's on YouTube, isn't it? Like,
we've had quite a few views, you know. I don't know who watches. I don't know if it's just like us watching it.
Well, I've watched a lot of them.
I haven't watched the last few, just because I haven't had time, and I've sort of remembered the main plots.
One of them has got like 20 odd views. I don't know if that's just like repeated viewings from us. But
does it repeat though every time you view it though?
I don't know.
It must do, yeah, because if it only ever did like one, then you wouldn't be able to get millions of views really easy, would you?
Guess so.
To be like a full view and it's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise you can just keep spamming viewing it to
just
get
like
loads of
reload,
views.
click it, yeah.
Yeah, true, yeah.
There is something like
You
there does
gotta
have to be
watch the
something
percentage.
unique about it.
A percentage, yeah.
Like and subscribe.
That is supposed to be a privacy screen, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, because his missus is doing like washing and stuff.
It's It's not quite covering it.
So does he think his head is the privacy screen when it's not there then?
I don't think she comes in. I think he does it in his living room or something, doesn't he? Like,
I don't know.
It's like, quick, you've got access. I'll put up the screen.
yeah, get in, do the
You
fucking
have to do the
washing, and
washing.
fuck off. Oh dear. Hang on. I'm gonna grab another can while Alex comes back. Lane 66.
I've been in the fridge. I've got being in the fridge, being in the kitchen. I've got the fridge right there.
You're in a different room tonight, James.
I'm in the kitchen. I am on, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Having the desk is much handier. Having everything in front of me. A better chair.
I got a better chair from work. Yoink. Motherfuckers. Okay. So you lift the veil on the wooden table, and you see in the flickering light from the small oil lamp that it's a foot, well, a leg, grey, mottled, cold to the touch. But as you track up the leg, you see it stops just below the knee. Then there's a gap, and then there's a knee, slightly different coloured. How far do you lift it?
I yank it off.
As you pull it off, you see an array of body parts, some conjoined with stitch work, others just left loose, put into place. This isn't complete. There's no head, there's no left arm, there's just parts of torso, parts of leg. You recognize it to be a flesh golem in the making.
Lovely.
Perhaps this is where the magic is made. Let's make some magic. Okay. So you descend the stairs, following Strahd to main hall. This is where you met the abbot before. The long wooden table, still adorned with wooden plates and bowls. Sat hunched at one end is the thin form of the woman Vasilka, sorry. Behind her the young handsome abbot, combing the hair underneath her veil. He looks up as the party descends. Oh, my highest lord, please. I was not expecting you. I see you have brought guests. Please come.
He's still shirtless.
Does he what?
He's still shirtless.
I know. At the moment, he's back in his brown robes, his monk form.
Shame.
Please come. I've made great progress. Strahd begins to walk around the table to the abbot, who has now taken Vasilka by the hand, made her rise from the table. Show me your work, abbot. The abbot leads Vasilka to Strahd, and then backs away. Where you guys positioning yourself?
I'm staying back over here.
Yeah, I'm sort of stood around here. I'm not getting too close.
I'm going to stand
kind of here.
right here.
Okay, cool. You sit at a table, so it is.
Yeah, I'm curious about how this is going to play out.
So, the abbot leads Vasilka around to Strahd and steps back, a proud smile crossing his face. You see, he is truly appreciative of his work and thinks he's done a really good job. Strahd lifts the arm of the bride and drops it limply. Then he lifts the veil, and solid as you see again, close up, the horror that is the fleshless face of the golem. Strahd lowers the veil and steps back. What is this, abbot? And the abbot says, she is just missing one piece, Lord, and these people, pointing around, were going to bring it yesterday. You are a day late. Strahd moves back to Vasilka.
Does he look genuinely afraid of Strahd?
Yeah, he's make an insight check to see whether you can read him fully, but he's stepped away.
Natural 20. There's like the fucking good rolls on that. Like,
nice.
Plus 23.
At the moment, it's not fear; it's more a respect. Like, he understands that he's making this for his client, so he wants to treat him with respect. He's not scared as of yet.
Okay.
But there is the tension in the room.
Mm.
Also, as you look at him, studying his face, you see behind a heavy rain is outside. You just notice that.
Okay.
It's wet.
Strahd moves back to Vasilka and lifts off the veil once more. These people are with me. They have told me that you seek a face. And the abbot says, yes, I have found the perfect face, my lord. Perfect for Vasilka, and she will be your most perfect bride. Who is it? Strahd asks. It is of no matter, lord. She is but a girl. She does not need her face.
It's Irina.
But you say that across the thingy.
Yeah.
Shut it, you fool. You did not bring her to me.
No, I did
Strahd
not.
Takes the veil off the bride and lifts her arm. He ponders. In the silence that echoes around the room, the abbot begins to wring his hands. She would be perfect, Lord. Vasilka could be your bride. The one you seek. This could free you. These fools did not know. I did not tell them. Strahd looks up and then rips the arm off the flesh column. You see stitches just pop open as the skin tears where it's formed. He takes the arm and he throws it into the fire. Vasilka lets out this god-awful scream that just echoes around. No! What are you doing? The abbot cries and begins to move forward. Strahd then comes down with his fist and just claws that you don't really see before, but they just extend almost from his fingers as if they've never been there. Just slice down, tearing at the chest cavity. The dress and chest begins to just drop onto the floor. He then grabs the head with both hands, grips into it, and you see his fingers dig into the skin. He raises his right leg and kicks forward, ripping the head off the body, and the body flies backwards onto the floor. He throws the head into the fire.
Okay.
I'm just sat at the table like,
what have you done? You displease me, Abbot. But Lord, I have done everything you ask. You have not done everything I ask. You have tried to hurt the one that means the most to me. And Strahd goes up to the limp body on the floor and drags it across the fire. Drops it in. The abbot begins to, you see it turn from fear to anger.
yeah.
My work. So much effort. And as he begins to rage, you see his brown clothes just fall off, and his angelic form comes.
Careful, you're getting Solidus excited.
His eyes almost roll back into his head, shining out a bright light.
Is it too late to cast something?
You can cast something if you wish.
Can I do protection from good and evil?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're doing it on your party. Just on yourself.
I can do it on myself.
On self.
It's untouched. I mean, if I
do
can
you,
do
mate?
it on people, then I will, but...
Just let me see if Callan has anything. Because
Alan only cares about Callan.
That is true.
True.
Yeah.
It's true, but I don't know. He can be kind sometimes.
Oh, this is putting us in a right tricky position here. Like, do we fight?
We side with the abbot because the abbot's not going to want us to get a face anymore.
Do we try and kill Strahd at this point? I don't know.
So,
see how it plays out.
Esmeralda, you cast that on yourself. Yeah. No one else in the room seems to notice or pay attention. The abbot now, in full angelic form, begins to hover slightly above the floor. The chair knocked back behind him. Strahd looks up, an amused smile on his face. Abbot, do you dare to test me? And as he says that, a huge crash of thunder echoes round, and you hear the rain begin to grow. As I said, you have displeased me, Abbot. And now you shall pay. And as he says that, and the Abbot's in position, Solidus, you're closest, you see Strahd move his right hand back, and this ball of fire begins to burn in his hand. He thrusts it forward, and it explodes in the left-hand corner of the room.
Oh shit, this is going down.
Let them fight.
It explodes on one side, engulfing the Abbot. The Abbot flinches back and almost flies backwards. As he does, Strahd begins to cast another.
At least one of our problems is going to get solved tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We win.
The other one flies to the right of the Abbot. Now, as these bolts explode, you just get this huge wave of fire over you. You guys can move freely if you wish as well. The fireballs explode and roll up the walls, the stone walls, and begin to catch in the roof. The Abbot now, emerging through this fire, half burnt, but his angelic skin still white, flies forward towards Strahd, his mace, his golden mace in his right hand, ready to swing. As he gets towards Strahd raises his hand and grabs him by the throat and slams him to the floor at his feet. You dare to cross me?
I'm just gonna put a pause and ask Kurt a question. Do we still have that thing that holds a vampire in place?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things I can do here, and I'm like, I'm just paralyzed because I'm like, I was trying to see how well the Abbot stood up against him, but he doesn't seem to be doing very well. So like, I just don't know what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a thing. I've got that necklace. Let me just bring it up.
Just so you guys know, at the moment you're not in combat.
I know. I realise that.
If you decide to do stuff, then you will join the initiative order.
Yeah, I know. I realise.
I personally think if we fight Strahd, we're obviously not going to win.
Yeah.
Because we're not there yet, let's face it. If Strahd kills the Abbot, that immediate issue is gone, and that's one of our enemies down.
But I'm under the I mean, obviously this is outside the game. I'm under the impression that this Abbot is a Celestial and must be quite strong. Like, is this a good opportunity to get involved? Or maybe maybe it's not very strong. I don't know.
I think my interpretation is this is a display of Strahd power. And I think we're about to see how much of a hassle.
I also, if I get into combat, I've got a dagger, a sword, and a short bow. I haven't really got much, I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't got anything kind of like that.
We have nothing that can clearly kill him just yet.
We need to prepare a bit.
That's a very valid point. We haven't gained our vampire killing abilities. So.
Well, I mean, I'm still after that sword,
Mm.
which is supposed to be good. But I do have the
I love
symbol of Raven. I know. We probably don't have time for this, but I do have that thing that you were talking about that holds vampires.
That's what I was wondering, but that's fine.
Whether or not it would work.
There yet.
I've also got you can do the sunlight spell with it, and yeah.
So, after Strahd's pinned him to the ground, he lets go. He's grabbed him out of the air and thrown him onto the ground. Then he lets go and steps back, laughing. The Abbot gets onto his knees and stands to full height with Strahd ahead of him. He picks up the mace, puts it above his head, and swings at full force to Strahd. The mace connects with Strahd's jaw. You hear this click as it goes, and his head gets pushed to one side as the mace passes through.
Jeez.
He still laughs. He just begins to laugh even harder. The abbot begins to look distraught. You see fear come over this celestial's face. He raises the mace again.
Did the abbot look pretty hurt from those 2 fireballs?
He's burnt on either side, but he's still got a bit of spunk.
Yeah.
Tends to be a bad thing.
So he smashes him one way, and then as he comes and brings it up the other way, almost from the ground upwards, he knocks his head the other way, and as he does, a huge crash of thunder echoes out. Strahd puts his hand towards the abbot and begins to chant. You see him twist his hand almost at the side of the abbot's face, and the abbot, his face twists and turns into one of fear. He drops his mace and his hands come up to his ears. He drops to his knees and lets out this blood-curdling scream as Strahd twists his hand next to his head. At this point, the story above you, which was the wooden floor, begins to drop at that end. Bits of embers and wood crash down over here near you, Blake.
I just need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
The roof is beginning to
I
burn.
turn to everyone else and like give a look of like, should we fucking ditch? Should we get out of here now?
Yeah, vampire fuckers, we are leaving.
I just start backing out, and as I'm backing out, does Strahd take any notice of us?
No, he's currently focused on the abbot.
Get out of here.
As you leave, you see the abbot's face turn to you. His hands almost trying to rake his eyes out of his face, these celestial white eyes that are glowing. His fingers begin to try and claw. Help me, please.
Oh my God. As we
Strahd turns to you and smiles.
What, to us?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking bastard.
And then he brings his hand down into the abbot's face. Poof. You just see this blood fly from either side.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, as you leave the main hall, the ground out here is slick with mud. You almost slip and fall as you come from the hard, solid stone. Lightning is pounding down onto the parts of the ramparts. You see stone scattered in the courtyard where it's hit. The well is overflowing with water. You see the odd winged creature flapping at its chain, trying to fly up into the rain. Where do you go?
Holy
From
shit.
Gate. Remember, he's got an army of weird creatures in there.
I'm gonna...
Are we going to let them out?
I was just thinking that, but I don't think Bruce would do that because I think he'd be afraid that they'd go to town on the village and like.
There's a big.
They'd fuck
I think
the village
Strahd's
up.
about to.
What if we go release all the animals?
Let's do it. Go on.
That could cause some chaos.
That's what I'm saying.
guess. They're just people, just healed. They're
Maybe-
not really like.
Maybe the animals will help the abbot.
Well, what's that? Is that guy? I can see him on the map, but is he actually there?
Hang on. I think
Just
he's
think we
just
need
there
to
from
maybe mask our
before.
escape amid some chaos.
Well, the
Which
Strahd
guy?
seemed to let us. This guy here.
The flesh golem.
Is that
I
right?
think,
Yeah.
Going to
I think
the
Strahd's points
the
proven.
building to see.
He
Yeah,
seemed
but
to let us leave. He just smiled.
I think
at
you
us.
just wanted. I think you just wanted us to see how hard he is.
Yeah, I think so too. I'd like to see him fight 50 animals though.
We just bolt for the front gate then.
Yeah, I guess. Because I don't think all those animals are gonna want to fight Strahd. Then no.
Alright, cheese it.
Plus, we'd have to spend time trying to break him out.
Marines, we are leaving.
You run across the now muddy path. making your way to the main gate. As you get there, the two familiar figures reveal themselves, coming out the small
dog people.
Yeah, the weird manimals. They come out. Siegfried, the female one, the Shire one from before, an image of fear on her face. As she looks behind you, you can now see through the windows of the church this fire is burning and it's come up into the belfry. The wood now, you can hear the hissing as the beating rain is catching this wood, and it's almost trying to put it out, but the fire's too strong. It's now raised up the side of the building as bits of wood drop down as you run past. Otto runs forward. What is happening? What is going on?
Strahd's gone.
Grabs you.
Ah!
By your fingers.
Your master is in trouble. He needs your help.
He needs your help. Go release all them animals before they burn.
Who is doing this?
Strahd. Go fight Strahd. Go get all your manimal friends and fight Strahd in there.
Release the hounds.
Come. We must help.
They'll be fine.
They charge past.
They're fine.
Pouring their way through the mud.
Play to him.
Yeah.
You push through the gate.
Loyal to the end.
And begin on the twisting path that descends down the mountain.
I kind of want to know what happens. I think we all know what's going to happen.
You could leave Boneclaw.
Oh, can I? Just take a look.
Yeah. And leave him circling.
Snap him into existence.
Well, let's do that. Snap.
Snap.
Boneclaw fires up. Struggling at first due to the storm, the wind now is beginning to whip around and feed the fire as it grows and grows and grows and begins to go up the wooden frame. Lightning keeps striking different parts of the buildings. Rocks are flying everywhere. Boneclaw manages to get up. He manages to circle. He takes a wide berth at first, but he can go in if you need him to. You guys begin to descend down the hillside.
You could get him to like sit, because this is like a courtyard. This where the well is. There's like a courtyard area, sort of, is it?
Yep.
You could get him to like
I might just have
perch somewhere.
Perch one of these turrets here, maybe.
Okay.
For the
I'll get him up.
Keep an eye out.
Well, yeah. He finds a sheltered place within the wall, trying to shelter from the rain and the storm.
As we're going,
yeah.
As we're moving.
Yeah.
Hang on, can I just hang on a second? Can I cast Augury with the
What's it do?
icon of Ravenaloft?
Yeah, just read through it again.
You receive an omen about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
And you can say it would be good, bad, both good and bad, or neither good or bad, if that makes sense.
Okay. How long does it take?
Casting time is a minute.
Or is it? It's a minute.
Although
okay.
Maybe with this thing, it does it instantaneous. Let me just bring it up.
Yeah, just double check on the time. Just so.
Oh great! You can use an action to cast an augury spell.
Seconds.
Yeah,
cool.
With no material.
Tell me what action it is you want to know.
So.
It's got to be something you do, doesn't it?
It would be something we would do within the next 30 minutes, and you would say what result we would have. I just like look at it, and basically like a magic 8-ball. Would it be in our interest to attack Strahd at this moment in time?
You look at it and it begins to give off a cold glow in your hand. The chill runs down your veins and almost freezes your fingertips to the point where you nearly drop it. You take this as a sign that it would be a bad omen.
Okay. Keep running.
So.
I love this image of us just like fucking walking up down the hill.
I'm just like running, hands arms stretched with this like statue, just like, should we fight Strahd?
So, you begin to descend.
I wish we had Jeff.
The rain at this point is lashing against the hillside.
I wish we had Irina.
Some of the paths have begun to turn slick. You're slipping and sliding. It's a long way down. Some of you almost lose footing on the edge. As you charge down, you see the main belfry is now fully ignited. You begin to hear screams coming from the west. Or is it north on here? Let me check direction so I can tell you probably. East. You begin to hear the screams coming from the east. It's hard to make out exactly what they are over the noise of the storm and the thunder that keeps crashing overhead. As you travel down, you get to the first bend. And it's here that you meet 5 guards. You recognize them as the guards from the war. They have long pikes, simple leather armor, and they're marching up through the mud towards you. The one in front, who seems to be the leader, calls out, "Who goes there? What's happening?"
We're friends
I wouldn't go up there if I were you.
We're friends.
What is happening at the Abbey?
Strahd's attacking.
Strahd is taking on his vengeance.
He's killing
Strahd.
the abbot. He's killed the abbot. You must
Strahd
go.
is here.
Yeah, you must go defend the abbot. I was going to keep sending people up the hill. I think how many people I can pile on him.
I just say Solidus, do not send more people to their death. Strahd is up at the Abbey and is taking out his anger on the abbot. I fear for the safety of the villagers.
We must move. Come. We cannot face Strahd. He looks around at his men. We must try and clear people from the village.
Don't let anyone go up there.
Come, follow us. And they turn, and they
must have a
lead you down.
Strahd plan, surely.
As you get to around the center of the next slope, a large bolt of lightning crashes into the hillside above you. As it does, debris and mud begin to pour down on top of you. I need everyone to make a dexterity check.
Oh god.
Oh god. Saving throw.
Saving throw, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I rolled
26.
a 1. I rolled a 1, so I have 3 in total.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. There's something people get with me around. Hang on.
Is it going to help at 1?
Maybe. I don't know if you get advantage or something. Hang on.
Well, that would be nice.
Hang on. Aura of protection. While you are conscious, you grant all friendly creatures within 10 foot +2 bonus to all saving throws. So you all get a +2 if you're within 10 feet of me.
So that's 5 in total.
5 for Solidus.
I roll. What is
15.
it?
15 for Esmeralda.
28 blight.
28 blight.
I rolled a 9, but I'm gonna use my luck to re-roll.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
For
So,
22.
as you're coming down the path,
2 natural 20s tonight.
the guards leading the way. This strike happens. Mud and slush and bits of rock come forward and smash into all the guards. It knocks them off their feet and pushes them down further down the slope. They begin to fall on the rocky outcrop. 20, 30, 40 feet. Most of you are okay, but Solidus, leading behind the guards, gets caught in the edge of this landslide.
Hey, you guys!
Solidus!
Can anyone grab him?
I could try.
Yeah.
I reach out.
I think everyone will.
We'll say Bruce has the best chance. Make a strength check to see if you can grab him. It's going to be pretty high because he's big.
14.
Solidus rolling
17.
down like an actual boulder.
17. You reach out to try and grab Solidus, but the bit you grab slips out your hand from the slickness of the rain. Solidus, you begin to fall. You can try and make a strength check to save yourself. It's a 100-foot drop to the next platform.
Alright, is it a saving throw?
Yeah, saving throw for Dex.
Oh, so not strength. Hang on.
Strength, yeah, sorry, strength.
It was bad.
Grab on. What'd you get?
7.
7.
Yeah.
It's not enough. You grasp and grapple as you begin to fall. You part fall, part slide. You take 5d6 damage on the way down.
Oh shit.
Oh dear. Right, so I roll 5d6s.
Yeah.
DM, can I can I
5.
teleport anyone with Misty Step, or is it just me?
Oh, so many dice on screen.
17.
17.
17 damage, dude.
Alright. Easy. Cut myself shaving worse than that.
I'm gonna Google it. So you don't have to.
Yeah, I was just trying to bring it up in the thing on here, but it's not on
No,
there.
no, no. It's just me. It's just me. Oh, I was gonna do a proper badass like teleport in, grab you, and teleport out, but no, I can't do it. Sorry.
Okay. So now we'll just put these markers on for. And Bruce will just use you as the main marker. So, Solidus, you stumble and fall, taking damage as you smash off the rocks on the way down. You land on your back on the path underneath a collection of mud, rocks, and bits of just weed and rock and rot around you. The bodies of the guards are also there. They did not fare so well.
Are you okay?
Who are my new friends? Yeah, I'm fine. It was just a little scratch.
So you guys are about 100 feet up, looking down. You slowly make your way across the landslide, picking your way across to get over this gap that's now been created. The rain is still lashing down. You carry on forward. As you come to this corner, you see a body fly down in front of you. Rocks and rubble following it. It flies past. It's the body of Otto. Battered, bruised and broken, flying down the hill.
Oh my god.
That wasn't my fault.
Go on. As you look back up at the Abbey, you see flames now across both roofs. The full Abbey, even in this rain, seems to be covered in flame. The sky is dark, cloudy, lightning illuminating shadows up in it. You see swarms of bats now circling around above. And as you look to the south, you see the familiar sign of the flaming horse riding over the horizon, coming to collect its master.
Oh, shit.
You descend. You manage to get to Solidus, and you guys make your way down. It's taking you around 20 to 30 minutes, even at a good pace, to get down this hill, and the further and further you travel, the more it begins to fall and collapse. The Abbey itself now is almost hanging out over the edge of a cliff. What do you do?
Oh my god. Keep running, I guess.
I fucking get the shit away from that.
Okay.
There's no one else around.
We try and hide out at what's his name?
You just got to the bottom. You can't see anyone's. The village itself. There's lights coming from the houses. There's smoke coming from the chimneys. Everyone's inside because it's raining quite bad.
But no one's come out to see the commotion. Other than
to
guards.
them, yeah. Other than the guards who've come up, everyone else seems to have hunkered in.
Are there any ravens around?
Not that you can see.
Dimitri was the guy.
Yeah, that's the name I was thinking about. I'm going to start heading to Dimitri's.
Okay. You make your way down through the village.
As we're going, I touch Solidus on the shoulder.
Ooh.
And he regains 20 hit points.
Direction. Oh. 20. Wow. Right.
He gains arousal.
As you approach Dimitri's small cottage, you hear a crash louder than the thunder. As you turn and look back, you see the full north section of the Abbey begin to teeter and fall. It comes down in a landslide.
Is it heading towards houses?
Speed. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
It begins to build this wave in front of it.
I'm just gonna scream at the top of my voice. I don't know whether it's worth it or not. Just to shout in that direction. Everybody get out of your houses. Leave the area.
I also say, guys, this is why we can't have nice things.
Each of these squares in relation on the map is 50 feet, so your voice is drowned out by the noise of this.
I'm gonna start running in that direction.
You run towards the houses, but before you can get there,
Does I see anyone
that land shifts?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And covers this full area here.
Oh my goodness!
As you run up to the small house, a huge wave of mud, dirt, debris, trees, full trees have almost been shredded into logs that are coming towards you and crumble. You back up slightly as this wave, a mound, begins to cease momentum as it comes to the base. The sight before you now, as the rain begins to stop, is a sight of destruction. What was once an abbey on a cliff is now a shallow hill up to burnt wreckage at the top.
God.
The mud has wiped out 30% of the village.
Oh my god.
Houses.
I look to the guys and I say,
crops,
well, that went well.
Trees destroyed.
Can I see anybody? Is there any cries of pain? Can I help at all?
As you get there, the people in these dwellings come out. The noise has stirred them. There is now people. Dimitri's behind you with his wife. A few guards around him. There was about 5 who got killed in the landslide above. He has possibly another 5 with him, and you see some still on the walls.
Dimitri, the abbey has fallen. It's Strahd. There are people
Dimitri,
in these houses. We need to help them.
And it was nothing to do with our actions.
Almost in a state of shock. He comes forward, seeing the now barren wasteland that was once his village. What? Who has done this?
Who do you fucking think? And I look towards the guards. I say, come help me. There are people trapped here. And start heading towards...
So as you move towards the wreckage, you see people from the houses have now gone across and they're trying to dig through the mud and slop and the stones, and 2 men are trying to move a full tree as below it they can see the roof of a small house and they can hear cries from inside.
I
begin
try to help wherever I can.
I will also
hear a cry from behind.
Oh.
You have brought this upon us. Dimitri is pointing at you.
Me?
The 5 guards around him. All of you as a group.
Okay.
This is why we do not let in strangers. Seize them, guards.
This has nothing to do with us. Don't be a fool.
Seize them! He cries out. The guards begin to move forward. There's 5 guards.
Right, I'm gonna pull out my Mace of Terror.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, hey!
Do they have to make a save?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just when it's exposed, or is it when you hit him?
I
think it might just be when you hit him.
I think it's when it's exposed.
Is it?
I think when they see it. Did you find my information on it?
Can I... Well, I'll see what happens here, but I want...
There's 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action and extend 1 charge to release a wave of terror.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. 30-foot radius must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, it's +0. They rolled 14. So close. So, as you brandish his mace, and your body tenses up in your Goliath form, almost silhouetted by the grim light that echoes from the sky, the guards drop their weapons and begin to step back. Dimitri looks around. Fools! Seize them! That is an order! They begin to run. And Dimitri stood with his wife. He grabs his wife and holds her close. Please, you've done enough. Do not kill us.
We are not the ones you should fear. We're only trying to help.
I approach him and I give him a slap across the face.
Okay. Roll for attack.
And it is a 21.
Oh, shit, that hits.
Good.
Roll for damage.
4.
4, okay. So you come up and backhand? How do you want to
Yeah,
do it?
I want to backhand you.
You backhand him across the face, and he clenches his jaw, drops to his knees, bringing his wife to the ground with him in the mud. His blood begins to drip from his mouth.
Yeah.
He just crouches over and begins to cry. His
And
wife wailing.
I said, don't you ever pull shit like that again. Say, we're here to help people. You know?
You look around. Any faces that aren't beginning to dig people out the mudslide and try and recover the bodies just look at you in fear.
Good. That's why I want it. Got a raging boner. And I grab him by the scruff and I says, "Are you going to let us help these people, or am I going to have to rip your arms off
Please,
and beat you to death with them?"
I run over and just put my hand on Solidus' shoulder and say, "Solidus, please, this isn't helping." And I look to Dimitri and say, "Dimitri, I know you're afraid, but we are not the problem here. We are just trying to help. Now get your guards to help dig out the survivors."
Make a persuasion check. It's going to be pretty
it's
high
good.
because
it's good. I've rolled an
Solidus has just
18
beat him.
plus 5, 23.
23. Okay. He looks at you. The first thing you see is this fear. You pick him up off the ground, the blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. He looks. Yes. There could be survivors.
Think of your people. We need to help them.
Guards. And he looks around. You've managed to persuade him to get the guards, but he's not. He's in a state of shock. He isn't coherent enough to physically look for him. He's just looking around crying guards. Callan puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "I think this is all we can do here."
I must help them. I must help these people.
We know these people?
I know that they're innocent.
They're people.
And I turn and head towards the landslide again and start digging and trying to help.
These guys have managed to push the tree slightly. Make a strength check if you want to push the tree.
I'm also going to help push tree.
I will too, yeah.
20.
I'd say with 3 of you helping and rolling the 20, you managed to quite easily shove it off as you push down. Because it's held up by some of the mud that's engulfed the house and the roof. You hear the crunching of the roof underneath. It's not an easy lift and chuck. It's like a roll as it crushes more of the roof underneath. You hear a cry of pain. As you look into the house, you see a young boy. His leg badly damaged, but his body intact. He looks up, covered in mud. The only white bit of his face is his tears streaming down.
I grab him and try to pull him out.
Where's my mother? Please, help my mother.
So where was she last?
Down there. He points into the wreckage. This house inside, as you look in, where the mudslides come and forced its way through the doors and the window, there's this layer of mud and slurry with mix of possessions and crushed furniture inside.
I put him down and say, "Esmeralda, watch over him." As I put him down, I just heal the boy for 5 hit points.
Yeah, cool.
So this should make
begins to mend up in front of you.
And then I turn and start trying to go through the rubble to find his mother.
Just grab the boy by the scruff of his neck and just hold on to him awkwardly.
Okay.
Be gentle, Esme.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, this is
and with advantage if other people are digging as well.
Good, because I was terrible. 12, investigate. 15.
You dig through. It takes time. You're almost. Trouble is, the slick, wet mud, every time you try and move some away, slips back in. Almost like when you're dealing with wet sand. You do, after around 10-15 minutes, manage to grab hold of something in the mud. You feel it in your hand, and it's the hand small hand of a woman. You squeeze it, but there's no response.
Oh, Paul.
Shit.
I'm holding the hand. I cast Cure Wounds.
You feel the energy force come down through your hand and into the body, but it just ebbs away. Cure Wounds can't bring people back from the dead, buddy.
I know. I didn't know if she was dead though.
Do we have any kind of? Does anyone in our party have any kind of back from the dead?
Has anybody got anything that can help here?
I turn around. Is
You're in this wreckage of a home.
Is anybody a doctor?
You can hear shouts on the line from guards. We have one over here, hurry! As you pop back up from your house and look across the slick, you see 2 more guards in the next house along pulling a body out. It's the body of an old man, but he seems to be alive as they raise him up, badly injured.
I look to Esmeralda and say, "Get the boy out of here," and run over to the old man. And
Esmeralda, as you lead the boy away, you see that the other houses that haven't been affected, they've started to take in the injured. Some of them have laid them out on the tables. You see some of the women tending to wounds, some of the men. Most of the men are out digging, helping the guards.
Closest woman and shove the boy into them.
Yep.
Your problem now.
I place. Wow, these just ruthless. I place my hands down on the old man and heal him for 5 hit points. Well, I don't know if that helps him or not.
He's still alive. He splutters a little, and as you put his hand on, he looks at you and says,
"Don't worry, you're safe now."
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll look around if there's anyone else I might be able to help with my healing hands.
So, for sake of brevity, we'll say a few hours pass of the guards going through the wreckage, removing bodies. A few people do come out. Some men, women, boys, children. Most of the animals are dead. All the trees in this section are gone, uprooted, destroyed, almost splintered. After a couple of hours, the search stops. The thought of the community is, we've saved everyone we can.
Yeah.
And the village is just encompassed by almost a somber silence. A mourning comes over the people for this terrible loss.
Well, we should go.
Up.
I can sure go for a Miller High Life right now.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of our actions.
The clouds now have cleared, and the grey sky is once again above Barovia.
Fuck's sake.
I say we might have outstayed our welcome here, boys.
I agree.
Maybe we should leave these people to grieve.
Horses.
Yes, let's steal some horses.
Yes, good idea.
If you remember from last time, these people don't have horses.
Shit!
They don't leave the city.
Fine, we'll walk.
In terms of where to go, guys, I have a feeling we shouldn't go to where Irina is.
Bloody Strahd's tracking my pants, isn't it? That's what those skid marks were.
They
definitely weren't me. They were tracking.
Rock guy's jockstrap to track us.
Not only that, but until we're given a reason to really, I don't think we need to go there really.
Plus, I'm a little embarrassed. I don't want her to know what.
I obviously gave her the instruction to message me if there's any trouble, but other than that, I don't think.
Use the were-ravens to message back. Dear Raven. Is it like that?
Yeah, you can try.
Out to the boys, I'm like, temple? Question mark.
Oh yeah, the Taraka card Raven.
I'd be up for that. for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Is there a town we could pick up horses on the way towards that area?
Oh, it's going to be such a long
Lucky.
ride. Oh,
that's not really. I'll put you back on the map.
Are we leaving? Are we walking out of this place? Is that what's happening now?
I think so.
Yeah, it's probably best.
Your work here is done.
Done enough damage around here, I think.
You leave. What's left of Koresk, the fortified village in the west.
Where did we say the temple was?
It's like here, isn't it? Like down.
Yeah, one sec.
Down.
One sec. So,
We need horses.
I think, if I remember correctly, you weren't told the exact location, but you were told it was down following, like tracking south from the Raven River Crossroads. So down through the mountains and up into the mountain areas.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, Esmeralda knows we...
Hello? Fuck. Hello?
You back?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What
How
happened?
long were you gone
The
for?
whole internet just went off. All the Wi-Fi went down. I
Shit.
just come back on again. Fuck knows what happened. I got up to where. Oh, what the fuck? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
can hear.
Yeah,
Oh, it's the music stopped. Oh, I thought it had gone off again. I got up to we just like decided we were leaving.
We figured we'd go stop by the tower, possibly sleep there, and see if Van Richten's there.
Okay.
Then we're going to head into the mountains, if there's temples there.
Okay. I was going to suggest going back to the tower.
Tower?
You weren't. You're just saying that. We said it.
I want to. Where's that sword?
Swamp.
Swamp. Do we
Which I
know of
think-
any swamps?
Is that this one here? We've got a marker on it.
I think you got told, yeah.
Okay. I won't mind heading
Can't
there
remember.
now.
You got told by Wizards of Wine. Davian. Because they said they were sending some ravens out, but they haven't come back.
Okay.
So yeah. So, but you're heading to the tower, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you begin to make your way. You notice as you leave Koresk, the ground is dry. You sense this storm was isolated in its creation, perhaps intentional.
Bruce is really like put out by all of this.
Yeah. You make your way winding through the forests, following a now familiar track, but possibly one you will not walk again. As you get further into the forest, just Cal will not make the perception check because he's no 18. Cool. He notices a raven on the low branches of a tree that hangs over the path. He points it out to the group. Up there. Raven.
Maybe friends are nearby.
Probably see if we can send a message back to Irina.
I wave at it. Let's wave at the raven.
It flies down and lands on the path in front of you.
I just look to everyone and say, careful what you say here. We don't know who's watching.
And his head slightly.
Do we need to even send them? What are we sending a message for?
Just
say
say
that
Say stay safe. We'll be in touch.
some things
We're
happen.
alive, stay where you are.
We're our fault.
Kellen puts out his hand and it flies up onto it. We will return soon. He throws it up into the air and it flies off into the trees.
Then pings it with an arrow.
Oh fuck hell!
Like a rugby ball.
You keep making your way through the forest, and after a morning's trek, you arrive at the Raven River Crossroads. The forest is calm, peaceful, compared to your morning. And you make good progress. As the sun begins to get low in the sky, you arrive at the tower. Let me just find my tower page. Feel free to discuss what you wish to do at the tower while I look for it.
Are we get what sort of time?
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's coming to dusk.
So
we
we
should probably
just camping out in the tower.
Yeah, might
Crash
as well.
there, yeah.
We know it's safe.
Should be.
So, you make your way through the woods, and the lake stretches out before you. And there, the familiar tower stands. A dim light coming from the very top window.
Oh.
Let's get you on the map.
Is that your friend?
You hope so.
Esmeralda.
Me? Huh?
Is that your friend up there?
Sorry, I missed it. What's happening? I was
There's a
looking
light-
for
a
my
light.
thing about the tower.
There's a light in the top window.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Possibly. Let's head on up.
I mean,
Oh, look,
there's a cat there, but that's not
There's
there.
a cat there, but it's not
The wagon's not there. Imagine a pile of ash. So we'll just put this there for reference. In fact, it's grown over now. There's just nothing there anymore.
That was a fun morning.
Okay, who we got? We got Blake. We got Esmeralda. We got Bruce. We got Kellen. We got Solidus. Boneclaw. So, Boneclaw joined you after the landslide and after the storm's cleared. He joined you.
Cool.
You have a connection with him as to what he's sort of experienced, don't you? I think, even if you're not looking for him, you get the sense that Boneclaw observes Strahd moving from the main like tower and hall across to the other courtyard, and he flew round in the storm, dodging the bats, dodging the lightning, and just heard screams of slaughter.
Oh dear.
And when Strahd left, he was literally head to toe covered in blood.
Oh my god. Awesome.
So, Boneclaw is now back with you, and you can do as you wish.
Give him a little pooch for all the violent stuff he's seen.
Yeah, and if you need to click him out, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll snap him out.
Okay. Pew, gone. So, as you approach the tower, what do you want to do? The light's beginning to dim.
I was trying to find a thing that I know something about the door or something. There's like glyphs or something that I can do.
Oh, wasn't there
the
calendar?
Yeah,
we dance route.
You have to do a dance to get in.
Calendar dance.
Esmeralda, as you come up to the door, you see that the symbols on the brass plate have been scratched away.
That's unfortunate.
You can make an intelligence check to try and remember him.
Callan was doing it before, wasn't he? Does he remember?
Yeah. Does Callan remember?
He'll have to make an intelligence check.
Seems fair.
As it's been quite a while. So back. My mind is hazy. We have done a lot since then.
Oh, Callan.
Play to him.
Well,
how do we get in now?
I mean, can I just try shouting up Van Richten?
Yeah, that's it.
Van Richten, is that you?
You get no reply.
Can Blight send his
bod
friend or fly up?
Send myself up.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you try and go through the side that was open before, Blight?
Yeah, I'll fly up.
Okay. Make a perception check.
With 15.
Okay. You fly up to the side of the tower. And as you get up there, focusing on the entrance, you fail to see the large creature descending from the sky above.
Oh dear.
What? Oh my god.
From above you, now flying out of the sky, is a huge blue dragon.
What the fucking hell is going on in this session?
Is the one we gave the gift to, or is that a different one?
That was a different campaign.
He flies down, almost knocking you out of the sky as he comes past. Then he circles back up. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, you fucking what?
Can I cast invisibility?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Can I dig a hole in the dirt and bury myself?
Initiative? Oh, I still had a fucking long rest.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my
9.
god.
Right.
18. 18.
So,
Initiative plus 0.
15.
Blight
11.
9, Esmeralda 15, Callan 11, Bruce 11. Need to put Callan on in a minute. What did you get, Solidus?
Hang on, shit, I can't remember. 18.
18.
We can't fight a fucking dragon.
No, we should try and befriend it.
We didn't even have the opportunity to.
Callan, ooh, 23. Nice, Callan. And the dragon, let's see what he gets.
Oh, I really need a long rest.
Okay. You got 14, so it's Callan, Solidus, Esmeralda, Dragon, Bruce, Blight. Okay.
Oh my god.
Can you guys hear the music or not?
No.
Yeah, well,
I can't hear music.
Oh,
I heard the
turn
monster.
down. Can you hear this?
Yes,
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Right. So top of the round is Callan, which is me.
That's me.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? So the dragon at this point is hovering around the top of the tower, which is... let me remember for scale.
Bon, I can't remember exactly what you have, but I know you've gained a couple of spells recently. I can't remember what they are or if they'll help. But I don't know if you know. Don't choke to death.
It's
Strahd!
around 80 feet above the ground.
Oh, great. Well, I'm useless then.
Do we know if this is a fully magical door or is it a normal door as well?
It's magic.
It's magic. If you try to break in, it booby traps. Yeah. You either need to do the dance, or there's something else you can do, and I can't remember what it is.
So, Callan launches 2 arrows at it because it's out of range of his hunter's mark. Let's see if he hits.
Doesn't he get something first go or something?
I can't remember because I'm not Callan.
He always seems to bring up.
He gets an extra.
He gets an extra damage die or something, doesn't he, on his first attack?
Once per turn, when you hit a character or weapon attack, just remember 14 doesn't hit anyway. Takes 1d8 if it's below its maximum HP. Oh, he can get sneak attack. That's cool.
Yeah, he's multi-class, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Little bastard. Anyway, his arrow flies past. The dragon just dodges it and strafes in the air. Begins to come back round. Solid bonus.
We didn't see anyone in the window at the top, did we?
But I only got up to the small hole entranceway before the dragon came down. If he rolled higher on perception, he would have spotted the shadow moving through the clouds.
Right.
But unfortunately, he didn't. Solidus, it's you. It's 80 feet in the air.
I mean, what can I do to it? 80 feet in the woody air. My range on my crossbow is 100.
Where are we sort? Is this where we're sort of stood? I'm not actually in a square.
Yeah. So you need to move.
I would have been a bit closer.
If you want to hit,
like around here or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether I should just try the door, or if that'll have disastrous consequences like it did last time.
Yeah, it does lightning, doesn't it?
But what if he's not set it up to lightning? What if he's left the latch off?
There's a giant dragon outside, so.
Right, Paul wants to fight the dragon. I'll fire.
I'm just saying, he probably wouldn't have left the latch off if there's a dragon outside.
Paul, are we sure that I don't know the way to get in there?
You can make an intelligence check.
Because I feel like I know something about golems that I can raise.
Yeah, you know how to get up and down, and you know how the door works, but you don't remember the dance unless you make an intelligence check. Because it was something that you'd follow off the plaque on the door, if you see what I mean. But now the pattern's been carved away.
So scratched it out, the bastard.
Shit, cool.
He knows.
You think back in your mind and the amount of times when you were staying here that you went through the actions, and it comes to your head, you remember the sequence. It's going to take you a full go to do it, though.
Okay, well, while he's doing that,
I'd say it'd take you 2 rounds, because it's probably about 12 seconds to act it all out.
Tits.
Do I lose my invisibility while I'm doing that?
I think you'd probably want to be visible when you do it anyway.
Has to see him, really, doesn't it?
You're not sure whether the door would register it invisibly.
It's like a little camera.
Yeah. Body sensor.
Oh, I rolled a bloody one.
Unlucky dude. Flies past as the dragon strafes in the air.
Cool.
Esmeralda, it's your go.
Go on, open the door.
First bit of the dance. So you've managed to complete that without being disrupted.
That's good.
So you got one more round, then the door will open. It's the blue dragon. So I think, considering Blight is the closest,
aerial threat.
It circles around. It's hovered above, and it comes down. So Blight, we'd say it'll knock you out of the air on its first time down. So you're now on the ground. So it comes down to make an attack on you on the ground. Okay. Ooh, that's shit. Oh no, it's not. No, sorry. I was like, plus 16? What? 15?
Armor class is 15.
Shit, means it beats it, dude. 10 plus 5.
Oh, Jesus, what are we going to do here?
Die? Question mark? Look, if Esmeralda gets the door open, take shelter.
So the dragon comes down, and its mouth crushes into your back for 15 points of damage.
Jeez Louise.
Blight!
As it swings you around and almost throws you to the ground, it then moves towards the door.
Uh-oh.
So keep dancing, motherfucker. Keep dancing.
Fuck! Oh shit!
20. Seeing the two of you there, this dragon, it's seen people in armor before, and it sees that as a bigger threat, so it's going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Solidus.
Okay, so before you do, I get an opportunity attack on creatures that enter my area.
Okay, cool.
As a polearm master. Let me just...
Nice.
Oh, he's a master of that pole.
15? Does 15 do anything?
Misses.
Cool, never mind.
As this beast rears, your polearm just bounces off its chest. It's like bone scales.
Oh.
So... What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, that hits.
Poop.
So the first one hits. So, 2d6 plus 5.
My God. My God.
12. So the first claw comes up, and just as you're up with your pole, it just slashes over your head. The second one, though, catches you underneath for 12 damage.
12. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stern's Endurance, which is 1d12 plus 2, to reduce damage.
Cool.
Where am I? I do 12. And 5 plus 2 is 7. So what did you say? It was 12 damage.
12, yeah. So you
7
reduce it down to 4.
Oh,
Has Solidus had his go yet?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
It was
yeah, he has actually.
Did he not rage?
No, I fired a bolt at it and it missed by a million miles.
Fuck's sake, you should rage. you
Rage-
get
rage
half
gets
damage,
it.
right? If you're raging.
Absolutely raging.
And as long as you attack or get attacked, your rage stays up the whole time, I think.
Yeah.
Can you rage as a bonus, or is it a full action?
It's a bonus, I think.
It's as a bonus action, yeah.
So you can rage now if you wish.
Go on then, I'll have a rage.
I would like to rage.
Yeah!
We'll put your spell. Okay, so you just remember your rage stats. That's the blue dragon done for now. It's engaged with you two. Bruce.
Okay,
Bruce
it's stood.
Brucey.
Is it stood on the ground?
Yeah, it's on the ground.
Okay, good.
It's just bitten Blight, thrown him to a side like a rag doll, and gone and smashed Solidus with its claw.
Okay. Okay, so that's a big fucking dragon. Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, sorry,
It's okay.
there's so much shit I've got. As a bonus action, I will use my Channel Divinity.
Mhm.
And I get advantage on attack rolls for it for 1 minute. Okay, sorry, I'm just reading what it does.
Mm-hmm.
And then I run up to it, and I attack with my sword. Fuck you, dragon!
Where were you before? Because you could try and flank it on the other side, but I guess you got advantage anyway, haven't you?
Are we doing flanking rolls?
Yeah, I think it just gives people advantage, doesn't it?
They do it in critical role. I don't know if it's actual rule though. I think it's Matt's.
We'll look it up for next time.
Okay.
And I think it is homebrew, but
yeah. I rolled a 5 on the first side. Advantage. That's 13 plus 6, so 19.
yeah, just beats it.
Oh, this is strong. I'm going to. So it's 1d8 plus. Oh, is that d10? Slashing. 1d8 for 7 slashing damage, and I'm going to use Divine Smite. Fucking hell, it's been a while.
You've had a couple of sessions of roleplay.
I know. I've completely forgotten how to fucking fight. Okay, you see me swipe down with my sword. It does 7 damage, and it glows with this radiant damage as it comes down, and does an extra 2d8 radiant damage. That's 6. Another 10 damage.
So total of 17.
Total 17 damage.
Nice.
And that takes up a spell slot, and then I'm going to strike again. 13, 16 plus 6, 20 something.
Yeah,
so
hits.
yeah, that hits. And that's 4 plus 3, another 7 damage. And I'm not going to use another, or am I? Yeah, fuck it. I'm not fucking about. I'm going to use a Divine Smite at 2nd level.
Shit, son.
And that... No, just 1st level. And that is another 2d8. So 4 plus 7, so another 11 damage on that. So 18 damage.
7 off already, so another 11. Sweet. Yeah,
that's
nice.
Big
so
fucking hits.
Yeah. Like, considering Solid, you're slightly shocked that your first pole just like bounced off, but Bruce has come up with this glowing radiant sword and just cut through it and left 2 big gouges in it. It's good, but the dragon just almost turns its head to you as you do it and opens its jaw. Inside, between its like talon teeth, which glow almost like a metallic shade, these little arcs of like sparks and blue light flicker between them. It's acrid, almost like it's an acid, but it almost has like you know when you lick a 9-volt battery. It feels like that. It's got that tingle. It just almost like there's like a static energy in the air as it turns towards you with its mouth open. Blight.
Bloody hell, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna hit it with my short bow, I think.
You can move into the tower if you wish.
Oh, is it open?
Yeah, so there's the side, isn't there? Which is up on the
Oh fuck it, I'm gonna do that. See if there's
3rd
anything
story that you got in.
Oh, just fucking bail on us, why don't you?
I can hit it with my short bow, but
No, you do you, mate. I'm really joking.
I'm gonna go and see if.
I suppose you could hit it and then go.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll fire off a short bow arrow.
Okay.
Oh, might as well not bothered. I got an 8.
Oh fuck.
Right, no worries. So you fire and it just pings off its back. Like the back on the dragon, the back and its chest are the most armored bits, so it just pings off the spines like dink.
It's like a Nerf gun.
Okay. So you fly up 20, 40 is your speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you fly up to here, and we'll say you can get onto there, and then you've got your 30 feet of movement.
Cool. So I'll head in.
don't forget this floor is now broken and thingied from where you were before. You remember last time when you stood on it, it just broke underneath your feet.
Oh, okay. Can I not go any higher than when I'm inside? That's it.
You've used all your flight speed at the moment to get to that point because it's 40 feet off the ground.
I'll stay here then.
Okay. You do, when you look inside there, you see the trapdoors up and closed as it was before at the very top. But you remember that flying to the bottom and not attacking the clay golems is how to get the fucking lift to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so that'll be on your next turn. And Cal on top of the round. Seeing everyone have a bit of a go on the action, he moves. What's his movement? I think he's actually quite fast, isn't he? 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 35. Casts. Yeah, he's going to cast Hunter's Mark. Probably would have got that back, so. Let me just read it again. Choose a creature you can see with range, mark it in the quarry until it's balanced, deal 1d6 to target. Hit it with a weapon attack. And he can do it as that as his bonus, so he does that as his bonus. Okay. So he marks it with Hunter's Mark. And he is concentrating. Which we will just use green for concentrating. Okay, and then he draws his bow. Pulls his longbow up again and fires. Yeah, boy.
Nice.
So it's 1d8 plus 4, which is 5 plus d6.
I guess sneak attack, right? As well.
Yeah, he does get 2d6 in it.
I think so at first.
5.
Why the fuck are we fighting a dragon? Get that fucking door open.
Another 5, so he managed to do 10 damage.
Oh, is that with the d6?
Yeah, 5 off his initial roll, and then the 2d6 added up to 5 on the second roll.
And the Hunter's Mark.
4 and a 1. Yeah, so the Hunter's Mark was 1. Oh, he gets 2d6 on sneak attack, doesn't he? Sorry. I think. Let me just double check that. Or is he only at the small level? No, it's just 1d6. So 1d6 for Hunter's Mark, 1d6 for sneak attack. So yeah, he took 10 off. But the arrow flies true and just sticks into the side of it. You see it jutting out of his chest in front of you. That's his bonus, that's his movement, that's everything. So, Solidus.
Well, gosh. I am raging. So I'm going to strike at it with my halberd. Which, I will have 2 main attacks and a bonus attack, which should be nice. So here we go.
You get advantage, do you, because you're raging?
Let's have a look. I get advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks. I get +2 melee damage with weapons. So not advantage on.
Okay, but you get the extra damage. You got 21, so you hit.
And you get half damage against you, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the first one does 9 +2, +3, so 14 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Right, and then for my second attack. Oh, this is probably going to miss 11.
Yeah, misses.
Right, and then I'll go for my bonus. Where is it? Here it is. 13.
Misses, dude. Unlucky. Your first one was a good hit, though. A good solid hit with the halberd, and it almost rears up onto its hind legs, making it harder to hit for the second 2. Esmeralda.
Get in the door.
So Esmeralda, you finish the dance.
Am I finished now?
Yep, and the door swings open. You have your movement.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a stab at him, I guess.
You've used your action to do dancing.
Ah, right, okay. Right, well, I'll move on into here.
Yep, cool. So you move in, you see the 4 clay golems holding the iron chains that go up into the ceiling. You notice that the elevator isn't at the base, and you simply use simple commands to call it to come down. So you'll be able to take that up next time. Dragon. The dragon flies up, getting an opportunity attack from both of you if you want to say that first.
Yeah, it fucking does. 12, I get advantage still. 15 plus thing stuff. What is it? Where is it? 21.
21 hits. Rough damage.
Fucking does. 3 plus 3, 6 damage.
6. Okay. Solidus.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
You got an opportunity attack, so if you wish to use your reaction, you can roll to attack.
Yeah.
Just be one with your helmet.
With Polar Master, does it have
21.
Does it have to
hits.
stay if he gets hit, or is that a different? Is that Sentinel?
It doesn't
I think
mention
it's just Sentinel.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will do my
Roll
damage. So that's 9, and I'll plus 2 because of my raging.
So 11.
11, yeah.
Rage.
Nice.
Rage, fucking rage.
So you stab and slash as this beast flies into the air above you. It flies up and flies back
Say fuck off, pal.
to here.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
And as it does, it beats its wings. And you see the electric charge build.
Don't do it!
Oh,
Ah, shit! I hide behind my shield.
Towards Solidus.
Oh, why?
And lets out. Well, you're the last person to hit it, dude.
Yeah, why did I do that? I should have left
And
it.
lets out a huge torrent of electricity
Well,
that flies out of his mouth towards you. I need you to make a dexterity save.
Is it like an area, or is it literally just on solid?
It's a 60-foot line.
I do get advantage
Oh,
on
wow,
saving
okay.
throws.
Yeah, you do.
Because
That's
the first
beautiful
one was
rage.
5. The second one is.
Oh, you get a +2 on saving throws because you're next to me.
Okay, so
That's a cute
9, 11 is my best.
11.
Yeah.
You try and duck out the way, and you bring up your shield, but it's not enough.
Oh dear.
The electronic jet that blasts, that hails out of its mouth, hits you with its full force.
Oh Jesus!
See, I haven't got resistance against electric power.
You're a rock. You should have.
That is true. What's that number there?
49 damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit in hell.
Well.
10d10, 49 damage. Oh my god.
Solidus!
Are you still up?
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm still up. I just,
Oh my god.
not enjoying it.
Fuck me.
Get to the
Okay.
tower.
Get to the top.
But that, I believe, is its attack.
That's
So
great.
it's now hovering about 20 feet above the ground, just blasting that out as all of this.
Get down here, you pussy.
Bruce.
I'm going to shout to everyone to get to the tower.
Get to the tower!
Fly, you fools! 20 foot in the air, so I can't hit it.
If you have a javelin, you can throw a javelin.
I
at
do
it.
have my javelin. I can throw my javelin. I'm going to... Okay, let me see what... okay, I'm going to walk over to the doorway. And I'm going to chuck my javelin.
Yoink.
With
YOLO.
advantage. 2 7s. I don't think that's going to hit. 13.
13 misses.
And then I will step inside. Like,
Okay.
shit.
You've got another 15 to get in, so you can get in and pass the door if you want.
Yeah, I just thought get in and hide behind the side and gesture to everyone, get in, get in!
Okay. Blight, so you're up at the top. The hatch is in the roof.
It's closed, right?
Yeah. So you need to command it to come down.
Yeah, I'll head down to the bottom then.
Okay.
The golems.
So you fly down, so that's your flight speed would take you to the bottom. As you come down, you see so Bruce is almost static, like the fibers on his cotton are like standing on edge on his blue like fleece cotton that's on his armor. He almost looks slightly singed, as if something powerful has blasted past him. Esmeralda's standing at the base, ready to go. Outside, you see a Solidus who's just like charred.
Shit. How did we command them? We just asked them nicely, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like down.
Golems.
Did you say down or something? We would
Golems
remember.
would like go up.
Go up.
Go on it, yeah. No, but the
Okay.
trapdoor has to come down, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you say go up or do you say
Yeah,
go down?
Bring the trapdoor down.
Okay. So as you do, all 4 golems animate, and their arms begin to. As this trapdoor slowly begins to ascend from the roof. It'll take about 4 rounds to get to the base floor.
4 rounds? Oh my god.
It's really, if you remember before when you're on it, it's really slow.
Yeah.
So, is that you, Blight?
Guess so, yeah.
Okay. Back to Callan. Callan, seeing the situation, stays and fights. He runs up to the dragon. 10, 15. Has he got anything? He casts Cure Wounds at 2nd level. Solidus for 13 HP.
Oh shit, I didn't even think to help you. Solidus is around past you, sorry.
And then runs on into the room.
I used all my healing on the villagers in Kresk.
Yep, so that's Callan, Solidus.
Don't be a hero. Are you muted? I think you're muted.
Oh, you're muted, dude.
Apologies.
Sorry. What's your HP at, by the way?
At the moment,
you don't know. You don't know.
I just want to know.
You don't know.
After healing, that healing you just did, it's now 28.
Oh,
Fuck me, what a tank.
My
49 damage. Like.
My max HP is 68.
Nice.
And he's fallen down a mountain today.
Had a rough one.
What a beast.
So yeah, I run in and shut the door behind me.
Okay. You slam the metal behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Esmeralda.
Something to call down lightning as well.
To call
or
down
is that
lightning.
Up at the top? Yeah, I feel like there's something about
the lightning. If you didn't do the dance right at the door, then a lightning force field comes around the tower, which Solidus found out and blasted back when he tried to knock last time he was here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no windows or anything.
Not at this level. There's windows above, but currently you're all in here at the base, waiting for this thing to come down.
I say we just wait.
Yeah, there's
got
not a lot to do, is there?
Hunker down, hold the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
The goggles, they do nothing.
So the dragon gets his charge back.
Brilliant. I mean, nice one. Nice one, mate.
As you're hunkered in the base of the tower, you hear the sound of wings beating, and underneath the small cracks in the door, air just blasts through as he comes around. You hear a huge growl, and then the sound slowly fades as he seems to circle higher and higher. but leave into the sky.
Well,
and you're out of combat.
That was inconvenient.
Fucking hell.
Where the fucking dragon come from?
They're bloody, like, rodents. Bloody feral.
Jesus.
So, as you stand, listening, waiting, with the sound of and the 4 golems lowering the trapdoor to the base, it arrives at the base and one of you can step on to go up.
Only one?
It's one at a time.
Small.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It's a 5-foot thingy.
Send us roll there.
Steps
Yeah,
on.
after you, Esme.
Essie.
In a bit, boys.
Playing a bit dog shit.
What do you say?
Taking me up.
Take me
Good
up.
enough.
Pick me up,
Pick
Scotty.
me up, Scotty.
You hear as Esmeralda begins to raise up through the floor.
I put my hands on Solidus again. Don't you be getting used to this as I heal him the remaining 5 hit points I can do.
Okay. Solidus, you get 5 HP.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And that, guys, is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Whoa.
Before you get into the little tippy top. I don't want Aaron. I don't want Aaron to miss too much.
What's at the top? What's
That's
at the
really
top?
good.
We'll never know.
Another dragon, fuck!
Dude, you doing all right with that dragon?
Yeah,
we could
I
have
got
seen it, done it.
I got
He
some
got
big hits on it, but
Mm.
I used all my spell slots doing the Divine Smite, so I couldn't do that again, really.
I mean, he got his breath back, which,
Hmm.
wouldn't have been great. I think if he had targeted anyone else other than Solidus, it could have been pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 60 HP. If it hit Blight,
Yeah.
I don't think. Or Callan, even.
67.
And he also rolled, like, if you look at the roll they did, he got 1, 1, 2 3s. Like, they're low rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 6 of them are below half. Mental.
Mental.
That was a good
Oh,
session,
boys.
that. I really
You
enjoyed that
destroyed
session.
a village.
What dragon was that, did he say?
Blue
It was
dragon.
a young blue dragon, yeah.
Bloody
Some
blue.
stuff done tonight, didn't we?
Mm.
Abbott's
Yeah.
dead. That's good.
Yeah, along
Yep.
with every fucker else.
Aaron's not going to know what he missed.
You
You'll
can
have to
watch
it back.
the playback.
You can watch the replay.
That was that was good. That I really enjoyed that, Paul. Thank you.
Yeah, good session, man.
Yeah,
And
I never
we'll
wanna
see
end.
what's at the top of the tower next session.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So-
very good.
You're
Strahd.
thinking, I'll ping you back on the map. You're thinking top of the tower, then head to the temple.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would be my assumption.
Yeah,
I mean, if we could pass by the marsh on the way, that would be good.
I love it. You're just like, just nip past the marsh.
Just grab the special sword.
Possibly a key storyline place. Just nip by on the way.
Pop to shops, get a pack of smokes.
Yeah.
Where is
and a magical sword.
Is the temple up
So-
here? You say?
Yeah, so you're following the Selenka Pass if it's got. I
And
don't
if
know whether
that's
it's got
the
name on yours.
If that's the marsh, then that is kind of on the way.
Can you
isn't
guys
it?
see roads and stuff on here or not?
Not really
Like a
road.
red road.
Really.
No,
No,
red road.
no
Red
road.
road.
No.
Okay, so they're just on mine. So, I'll give you an idea. So if you leave here, it cuts through the trees down to here,
Hmm.
and then it sort of follows the tree line up to here. And obviously, looking at these, you can see the little like ISO marks, can't you? The black ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it cuts its way round here through the hill, like through this small valley over here, and then up to this bridge. So this area, like here between the marsh and the pass, is quite a large mountain that you'd have to succumb.
Oh wait, so yeah, we can see roads in the sense there's no red marks, but we can see like an outline of a road, like
It's like a
cutting
vague.
through
It's
here.
a vague shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no red line for it.
No.
No,
No.
but we can see that this big thing here
Yeah,
is a mountain.
there's a road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've got red lines for where the roads are,
Mm.
but obviously, it might be spoiler alert if it gave you that sort of thing.
And
So
we-
it sounds like we can't get from here because these cliffs look too steep.
It's steep cliffs. You'd have to trek down to the river, I'd guess, and go through this woodland.
Yeah.
Maybe after the marsh.
Maybe after the temple. Or pre-temple. I don't know.
Well, we can figure that out.
Yeah, you guys can decide.
Yeah, I doubt we can do 2 in one go.
I'll get everything ready, and then you guys can do what you want.
Okay.
Yes, Paul, that was good.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
That's right, man. Thanks, guys.
That was a hefty session. That was good.
Yeah,
it was a big story dump. But that's like you guys set that motion. Like,
yeah, we fucking did.
Strahd
Bruce,
to go deal with him.
Bruce is feeling pretty guilty right now. Everything we decide to do just ends up with loads of innocent people getting killed.
Yeah, that's Barovia.
Fuck's sake.
Oh dear. Next time we'll play a happy campaign where stuff you do makes good things happen.
Yeah.
You're the real heroes, guys.
Made an orphan tonight. Made many orphans.
Yes, I want that to be like a banner that I carry around with me.
Maker
of orphans. No, we make
maker.
We our new names.
Orphan maker, widow maker, priest killer.
Name it.
Standard. Lonely old woman who is trying to keep her daughter safe killer. You know. The names just keep coming. Oh, legend. Right. Awesome boys.
Yeah.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, guys.
Easy.
Bye.
See you later.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye.